say we're a small nation. We maybe have underachieved again, but thinking about it, looking at what Steve Clarke's done, he's not flamboyant.
You could probably draw a photo of the modern FIFA World Cup trophy with your eyes closed. But what about the original Jules Rimet trophy? And why was it changed in the first place? And is the trophy that gets lifted by the winning team after the World Cup final the original or the replica? The World Cup trophy hasn't always looked like this. It actually used to resemble this. Originally called Victory or Coupe du Monde, it was designed by French sculptor Abel Lafleur and debuted at the first ever World Cup in 1930. It depicted the Greek goddess of victory, Nike, holding an octagonal cup made of gold-plated sterling silver. It had a lapis lazuli base, which is that deep blue gemstone at the bottom. Renamed in 1946 to honour the FIFA president who launched the World Cup, it became then the Jules Rimet Trophy. It went on several adventures during its life, hidden in a shoebox during the Second World War to prevent theft from the Nazis, to famously being stolen in 1966 in England, only to be found by Pickles the dog. Brazil won the right to keep the Jules Rimet Trophy permanently in 1970 after winning it 3 times. There'd be more drama, though, with the trophy again stolen in 1983 in Rio de Janeiro. It's believed to have been melted down. So back to 1970 and the creation of the current and iconic 18-carat gold trophy. Standing at 36.8 centimetres tall with a base made up of 2 layers of green malachite, it's been the World Cup as we know it since the 1974 tournament. But is that the trophy that the winners get to keep? The answer is no. The original gold trophy remains with FIFA and is only displayed at special events. World Cup winners have to settle for a bronze gold-plated replica. The base of the current original has enough space to engrave the names of the winners up to and including the 2038 World Cup. So could we therefore be in for a new trophy in the coming years?
Number 4, Iran scored the goal from offside position. Final decision, offside.
Yes, please. That's is what we want. This is more like it.
Number 10, Paraguay, cover his mouth. Decision is red card.
We just do this for 3 hours.
Do you know what we have to do, Max? We have to do like get this on TikTok. Do some TikTok dances to it.
Okay.
But so whatever it is, it's better than that normal music.
Yeah, well, that is true. I really enjoyed it. Can we have it from the start again?
Can we have it from the start? Again.
I don't know how the buttons work.
Before that,
Can you rewind on this? Is someone panicking behind the glass jar?
Number 4,
Here we go. Nice and loud.
Scored the goal from offside position. Final decision, offside.
That's the whistle. Please. Down the mic.
Beep. Number 10, Paraguay, cover his mouth. Decision is red card.
Red card.
He's the standout star of the
They're
world.
two different refs, those.
Yeah,
They're the same ref.
But there's the red card guy is the
Oh, but the red
standout
card
star.
guy is, of course he is. But I'm really enjoying. What we need to do now is get the one of Anthony Taylor, and I don't know what tune it would be, but it was just after review.
After review.
And then with a bit of. I don't know, do you think the last of the summer wine? Anyway, apparently we're not allowed to start the show with
We're not-
we have
oh,
to
right,
start
okay.
the show.
What do we
we
have
have
to
to
do?
start the show with the Go Get It music. You know, they're definitely not. Are you serious?
What's this now? Force of the Year show, is it?
There are other shows that just accept this. You know,
Just take it.
they just take it. They go, "This is what we're doing." You know, but we're not like that.
We've
And
got a.
we are not gonna. We are not just
go
gonna
get it.
Do you know what a lot of those shows do? They settle. They settle.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They're like, this will be fine. The listeners won't care.
It's like
they won't realise that
it's
this
like
is
they've
just-
got married, they've bought a house, and they
Exactly.
had a couple. They don't want to lose half the money.
They don't. They just when they go
Sit
for dinner,
around.
most of the presenters, because you know it's normally just a two, it's co-hosts. isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
But normally when they go for dinner, they just stare at each other in
Do they?
silence. That's what they do.
Angry
Yeah.
about it.
And
Angry
then
about the whole thing.
all the other ones hate
We're
each other.
We are 7 minutes into the first bit of 12, and
Yeah, we've
so
not done
far,
anything
it's
yet.
been-
We haven't done anything.
This has been nothing of a bit.
God, where's?
What is
But it's not our fault. This is what.
okay, we're off. That's it. Show starting.
Yeah. Big go get it today is the last 32 begins in the World Cup.
You are not going to believe the go-get-it's today, Max.
Oh, wow, that's huge.
It's
That's why
huge.
we had to do six. We had to do 6
Warm up.
minutes before it, didn't we? Here we go.
Warm up.
Focus, everybody. After review.
After review.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the world's biggest sports radio station. It's talkSPORT. My name is Max Rush, and alongside me, Charlie Bacon. Charlie, this is just any old warm-up.
This is the warm-up, Max, on Sunday, the 28th of June, 2026. And at 20 o'clock, it's South Africa v Canada in the 2026 World Cup round of 32. It's on talkSPORT, presented by Ollie Clinkety Clink. Commentary from Adam Stamford Bridge and former England defender Alvin Martin, the OB producer. It's Adam Bridge. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Go get it. And then at 18 o'clock, it's Brazil v Japan in the 2026 World Cup round of 32 on talkSPORT, presented by the best in the business. Forget about it. Hang on a minute. This is Monday.
When's that?
This is Monday.
I was thinking, God,
We've
is
only got
that...
one game today.
Yeah, it's just one
That's
game.
it. We've done
Yeah,
it.
just one game. Is that it?
Done it.
Well, come on then.
Can't do-
I
can't do
can't start
tomorrow's
until you
games.
say it's big
Can't do
ticket.
tomorrow's games.
No, you can't do tomorrow's game. You need to say it's big ticket.
It's a shame because we had Kev Hatchard and I was quite looking forward to Hatchard.
Oh yeah, I know, but we'll do
Cats
that on
and
tomorrow's warm up. But
Sure.
can you say
It's big ticket live
Yeah.
World Cup action you can't afford to miss. What a mess. What a mess.
What a mess. How are you, Charlie?
I am fine. I got to bed quite late. Had some friends over. My son had a gig
That's nice.
last night, so we all went to the gig in a
Yeah.
field. That's good fun.
Oh
isn't
yeah.
it? Gig in a field with a bar and like a barbecue and all that, right in the villages. It was all good.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went home.
How is rural life?
Rural life's lovely, isn't it? Isn't rural life lovely? Yes, people are rural.
I'm not a rural guy.
No, do
I'm
you
an
not like
urban.
rural? Would you want to live
No,
rurally?
I don't dislike it, but I think after 3 days in the countryside, I'm like,
Yeah.
God.
That's why they call us.
drive-
They call us
drive everywhere.
town and country. That's what they call it. I think they're calling us that.
Is that what this show is?
Definitely,
Yeah,
it definitely
coming
sounds
after the
something
break.
like that. I don't know.
Yeah, and we're going after another break. Arthur Cumley Pot will be discussing the latest fox hunt.
Yeah, I don't
Look
like
forward
fox
to it.
hunting. I don't like.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'm not into that.
No. I just can't get enough.
You,
know what I mean?
and you love it.
Honestly, get me a trumpet and a red coat, and I'm away. Cannot get enough. Keep pitching your fox hunting shows with talkSPORT. Don't know why they don't. Don't know why they don't.
They don't even want to
take
do it on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
The thing,
I can't get my head around the Go Get It's on a Sunday. Max and Charlie.
it wasn't good today. No one was feeling
It was fine.
No,
I don't like change, says Sean and Crew.
We only had one
Yeah,
game
if it's not
today.
broke, don't fix it. Look, it's the World Cup. We were asked to do the World Cup warm-ups. That's what we're going to do.
We are warming up. Is there only one game today, Max, with air already?
Yeah, there's only one. Yeah. Don't worry, don't panic.
But with air already, it's a sad day, isn't it, when there's only one?
No. It doesn't. It's not one game on Monday.
Oh.
It's not one a day.
There's two
now. It's
tomorrow,
fine.
yeah, two, yeah.
Because there's lots of games.
Yeah.
Last 32 means 16 games. Got to get them in. Wayne says, seeing Max dancing in his bedroom, I thought I'd accidentally logged on to OnlyFans. Since it's not OnlyFans, can I have a partial refund, please?
Okay.
Oh, yes.
What?
The Hovis remix for
That's a
Anthony
nice
Taylor.
idea. That's a nice
Yeah,
idea.
I think that's what you were
Someone
singing.
wants to work. I was meant to sing the Hovis, and I started singing Last of the Summer.
Last of the Summer Wine. Okay,
Well,
yeah.
Hovis
Could someone
is,
do the Hovis?
Hovis is
what we
what?
want is...
What does Hovis go like?
That is what... Da, 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 da. That's what we're... So what we want is... We want Ecuador into Hovis, please.
Okay, yeah.
With Anthony Taylor.
What a good
as
idea.
the next
After
Mark
re-
says,
after
Barry
review.
not asleep. Am I being too loud today?
Do you know what,
Mark
Max?
says-
Do you know what,
Yeah.
though? You were very quiet for the first hour yesterday. Very, whispery and quiet. Very
really?
respectful, weren't you, yesterday? First hour. Barry wasn't home, was he?
Well, I didn't know that.
But Barry wasn't home. So all
Barry
that
only-
whispering, you are
waste.
owed an hour of noise.
It was still out. The guy's incredible. He's just out. He's just out.
Hey, by
hasn't
the
left
way,
the street. Haven't left the street. Sorry,
Yeah,
Charlie.
he's
Barry
okay.
has not left this street in 3 weeks. He's just been on the same street.
Yeah.
Not left it.
Well, maybe he's
but
scared.
Gets in at 2 in. Think he's scared.
He's scared of going anywhere else. Maybe.
Shall I hold it, take him by the hand and lead him
Hey,
to
look,
the next
look what's
street
down
down?
here. Look what's down here. Come and look at this.
Amazing creature of habit.
In LA.
What are we doing today?
Lionel Messi. Someone's called him an alien. Someone said he's a great alien. I know what they mean when someone's a bit. They call Wembanyama the alien in the NBA.
Yeah.
When someone's a bit good, they call him the. So I don't know if you wanted to do alien footballers or who's the best alien? What's the best? Are they a what? What are they? Aliens. What? Who? I don't know. Do they exist, Max? Let's get into that. Was the moon landing
Mike
real?
Martian.
Was the moon
There
landing?
you go. Mike Martian.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Was the moon landing real? Are we going there?
I was just checking, just doing that. And also, my other joke, which I put on the WhatsApp group, which I thought was
good.
fun, was Lionel Mpassi is the goalkeeper for DR Congo, which is like your mum's been to the market and said, I've got that Lionel Messi for you. And she's got you Lionel Mpassi.
Do you know
So
what
I
we've
don't know
done
if we
really
wanted
well?
market footballers. Or,
Yeah, market. What do you want? Alien footballers?
footballers
or
you
market
bought off the
footballers?
market and alien footballers and see what flies.
Well, there is another. I mean, there is another Luis Suarez, isn't it? Who plays for Colombia. It's actually pretty
fantastic,
good.
yeah.
But you say I've got Luis Suarez. You go, I've got Luis Suarez. But actually, you've got Luis Suarez.
Yeah,
That's
very
tricky
nice,
because you
yeah.
wanted Luis Suarez, and what you've got is Luis Suarez. So you can't go, Mum, I didn't want Luis
I didn't
Suarez.
want-
I've got
yeah.
Luis Suarez.
Yeah,
Mum, can't believe you got me
They are
GoBots.
not
I
the
wanted
ones.
Transformers. I
We'll also
can't
take
believe-
stories of that sort of disaster when your mum.
Okay, yeah, that's
bought
true.
you Or your dad.
GoBots are
Or your
not-
dad. Dads go shopping too, Max. It's
GoBots
2008,
are
for
not.
God's sake.
GoBots. It's 2008. It is. GoBots are not Transformers. I'm not scarred by it.
No.
Alien-y Luco. Yeah, very good.
That's
thanks.
very nice, yeah, very good.
Ledley Klingon.
That's good. That's good. Best one.
Okay.
Best
Alien footballers. We'll start with that. Do you know what we've
Okay.
done really well?
What's that?
We
I bet.
haven't mentioned the England game. We haven't said the words low block.
We've done
We
a whole
haven't said-
section. during
We
the
haven't
World
said
Cup.
low block. I mean, Panama didn't really play with a low block, but you keep saying low block.
Low block.
How many times can we all say low block?
Yeah.
Jack Roswell. Oh, that's good. From Mark in Newry. Very good.
indeed. Yeah,
Keep those coming, please. We will rectify not talking about England's win over Panama in just a second. Jordan Jarrett Bryan joins us, and we will reflect on England topping the group in uninspirational style next.
Bentley has been terrified all week about the Ghanaian witch doctor he slagged off.
No, he did not.
Supposedly putting a curse on Harry Kane and England's number 9, subsequently missing a sitter. Now, thankfully, the witch doctor, of course, lifted the curse.
It's funny.
Right. Now, there was a report in The Sun that you, Emmanuel, were cursed by a witch doctor.
It's Senegal.
Ignored it
2002.
and got injured.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, before the World Cup in 2002. No, after the World Cup, actually, because we went out very quickly, during the World Cup in Asia. And when I came back, I was in holidays in south of France, and I had a friend, he was selling watches, on the beach, and he was expecting me. He was waiting for me for days. And then when he saw me, he came to me straight away and he said, I'm so happy to see you because I have something important to tell you. And I said, what is it? And he said, you have to be very careful because you have, how can I say that?
Curse?
A curse, yeah, on you. And you have to follow exactly what I'm going to tell you. And I said, what is it? He said, you have to go in Africa and you have to buy a cow and you have to kill it. And you have to follow.
Bit detailed and extreme, that one.
Yeah, but I said, listen, I understand and I really appreciate that. But this is your traditions and I'm not into it. So I won't do it. And 6 months later, I had to stop. But is it coincidental link? I won't say that,
So what happened to you? You got injured?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Exciting. Oh, this is fun, isn't it?
Well,
we were waiting what's happening,
great. Normally, shall I beatbox?
We were kind of,
Shall I
do you know what we're
beatbox?
going to come out with? We were going to come out, Charlie, with, I presume, Jim Bradford going, and this is turgid, and then Harry Kane. But for some reason, we don't actually have the rights. talkSPORT has the rights. But we don't have the rights for. They don't let us have it. They don't let us have the rights for the. Have we got it now?
Just quiet.
Can we have it?
Oh, it's coming. Here it comes.
Can we have it? Oh,
Good. That was really good. I enjoyed that.
I love this show. I love it so much.
The Tartan Army. Let's hear it again.
Here we go.
Start spreading the news. We'll play the team that are third in Group K, as Frank Sinatra didn't quite sing.
Hard match, a difficult match against a physical team, played as underdogs. We were the favourites, so...
The longer it stays 0-0, the more patience will be needed. Panama haven't conceded a first-half goal in the tournament so far.
But, we kept going, we stuck at it, and in the second half we started fantastic and took the game away from them.
So England swing another ball in. Kane might break his way, and he's somehow bobbled onto the roof of the net.
Yeah, but I tell you what, within the next 10 minutes, England will make a breakthrough.
Corner comes in. Oh, it is in! Jude Bellingham comes up trumps. Relief! Utter relief!
You could just sniff that goal coming, you really could.
Bellingham twisting left-hand side of the box, clipping it in for Kane! There it is! Kane, the dependable captain, with more goals now in England's World Cup history than anybody else.
Knockout football is coming, the tournament starts completely new. It will bring the best out of us.
Come on, let's do the Congo. 2-0 to England here in New Jersey.
There we are.
England 2, Panama 0. Jim Bradford and Stuart Pearce on commentary.
Thank goodness for Jude Bellingham, I say.
Well, look, It was hard, wasn't it? It was a hard. Let's bring in Jordan Jarrett Bryan, our broadcaster, and a friend of talkSPORT, friend of the show. Hey, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
Hello, boys. How are we doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, good. Thank you. I mean, look, it depends how you look at it. We topped the group. We have not an unfriendly last 32 game, even if there's no guarantees. That's the sort of positive side. The less positive side is that first hour. It wasn't the most fun. It wasn't the most thrilled I've been watching a football match.
No, it was a bit of a tough watch. As you say, it's, job done. England have qualified out of the group, topped the group, and it's now on to the knockout phases. But there were quite a few concerning parts of the performance yesterday that I think Thomas Tuchel and the team have to address. And having said all of that, I'm still actually quite confident with the small C. England can still win this World Cup. I think there's a couple of gears England need to reach. And I think it's fair to say that Argentina and France have had sustained periods in their 3 games where you think, they're the 2 teams to win this World Cup. But I think if England can sort this out, I don't think there's anyone that should really overly scare England. If they can get their acts in order.
I mean, I guess the fear is, and I know we played just one holding midfielder because we played, even if Bellingham played a bit deeper, his inclination is to go forward. So Elliot Anderson was quite often just completely on his own. In fact, sometimes the centre-backs weren't there either. You're like, where is everybody? And why is Elliot Anderson doing everything? But we have seen Ghana expose us. We've seen Panama expose us. DR Congo are better than those 2 going forwards. And if we get past them, we will, there'll be more space in behind for us. But defensively, we haven't looked assured in this tournament yet.
No, not at all. I think Panama yesterday, they got through to England's back 4 and Pickford a few too many times for my liking, a bit too easily as well. I think the constant changing of the back 4, I don't think is helping. Yeah. I don't know if Thomas Tuchel was just doing that to try and play some players into form, if some players aren't quite fit. I don't know, but they always say in football, don't they? The back 4 is the one part of your team that you don't change and you keep that solid to get an understanding amongst the back 4 and the keeper. As you say, Ghana had a game plan that worked, but even they broke through a few times to England's back 4. So that's something that England have to definitely work on. But I think the other thing that was concerning for me, boys, was the criticism against Ghana was that the play was slow. They moved the ball too slow. I didn't think that was such an issue against Panama yesterday. I think the bigger issue was the lack of patterns of play. I'm watching England on the ball, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what you're trying to do. It just seems to be, I'm going to pass to you, you pass to him, he passes to him, back to me, I think it over, we win it back. I don't understand what they're trying to do. The lack of patterns was a little bit concerning for me. I think the tempo was slightly better than against Ghana, but the intent, I just thought, what are you trying to do? The wingers, I think, are all having a bit of a mare at the moment. I mean, Saka and Rashford came in, but let's be honest, the level raised from Gordon and Madueke in the game before wasn't massively higher either.
I thought Rashford was better.
He was livelier. He was definitely livelier, but I think England need more. They need more from Rashford and definitely Saka going forward. And the point was made, I think it was by Thomas Tuchel, that, we'll play better as the teams we play are better. Well, you better hope so, because if you're banking on the fact that we're playing poorly because we're playing lesser inverted commas teams, I don't know, man. I think the next couple of possible games for England, they could be banana skins. That's before you get to the big boys of the Argentinas and all those sorts of teams. So I think everyone's got to raise their level to Jude Bellingham. I think he's the only player at the moment that seems to be a player, on form. And on TV last night, they made a point, going back to the wingers, that Bellingham's assist for Harry Kane was the best bit of wing play in the whole game, and it wasn't even from a winger. Those things are concerning to me. But I do think if England can raise it, now it is the business end of the tournament, if you like. It's the serious part, if you like. I think if they can raise it, if they can really get 3 or 4 players back in some form, I still think England can go deep into this competition.
Do you think there's with the defence and with Reece James looking like he's going to be missing? I don't know if they're planning on him coming back or if he is out for a couple of games. There seems to be a lack of experience in that defensive unit, and maybe that's what he's searching for, is that solidity by trying out different combinations.
I think he is, but that for me is concerning. You're experimenting almost during the tournament.
Yeah.
And okay, you could say you could have the luxury to some degree of doing that in the group stage because you're the best team in the group. But I think by now, I think the fans, I think the media, I think we all now need to know what is your back four. You need to work this out by now. I think you're right. I think the lack of experience, I think, is slightly concerning him, and I think all of us. But going into this next game against Congo, I think we need to see now who is your back four. And he spoke about, who could have foreseen Livramento and Reece James getting injured. Well, sorry,
everyone,
Thomas. Most of the nation.
Everyone, yeah. I mean, this is the problem with the way he's, I really respect, and quite admire the fact that he's picked his players and that's it, and this is how we're going to do it. But it does open you up to, when you have a bad performance, where's Trent Alexander-Arnold, where is...
I guess the point is, unless he wins the World Cup, Charlie, he's going to get that.
He's going to get that anyway, I suppose, so...
Yeah,
and I think
Trent does look like a big leave, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to kind of go over the whole Trent thing too much because it's clear he's not having him. For whatever reason, he's not having him. We can all see that, and I'm sure he can too. Technically, he's one of the most gifted players on the ball in world football, but the way that he wants to play football, he doesn't think Trent Alexander-Arnold can play into that system. I don't agree, but that's his decision. We just got to kind of get on with it. That isn't the biggest thing for me. The biggest thing is you then took two right-backs who are known for being, quite injury-prone.
Yeah.
So that he's got to live and die by. And as you say, if he goes deep and wins the World Cup, he'll look like a genius. But if he doesn't, there's going to be some massive questions to ask. And I fear, I know he's trying the contract extension. I mean, if this goes badly wrong, does he take England into the Euros in 2 years' time?
Good question. I like the fact that at the start of this bit, you said England could win the World Cup, and now you're getting rid of
Thomas Tuchel sacked by next Thursday.
Anyway, we'll do some more England with Jordan Jarrett Bryan in just a second. Scott says, Nanu Madueke, alien footballers, this is
very
good.
nice, yeah.
Morgan Gams Pedersen, Probe Bellingham, says Adam. That's a different feature, isn't it? Captain Jean-Luc Pickford, says Sean.
That's good.
Spockstein, says Chris.
Oh, that's very nice.
Max, GoBots aren't Transformers. I've never agreed with more with something you've said, says Carl in St. Neots. Thank you. Jupiter Odemwingie. Is Jupiter aliens? That's a planet. It's
space.
Actually the largest gas giant, Jupiter. And it has a raging storm that has been going for about 500 years. It's bigger than Earth.
Very good. And
thanks.
Jupiter's just got the breakfast show.
All right, fair enough. UFO Femi Martin, says Ben in Northampton. Anyway, keep them coming, please. 8:10 It's Max and Charlie with you until 1. Jordan Jarrett Bryan with us, deconstructing England's 2-0 win over Panama. Might do a bit of other stuff as well. The Algeria-Austria game was amazing last night. Anyway, we'll do some more with Jordan in just a second.
Manchester City have agreed a £116 million deal to sign Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest. The fee, as you might have guessed, is the most ever paid for a British player and represents a new record for Manchester City. He's 23, Anderson, and has now been given permission to undertake a medical right here in New York today, with the deal subject to the finalising of personal terms. You would think that will get done quick style. Alex, Elliot Anderson, this is a remarkable rise, isn't it?
Certainly is, when you think that he went from Newcastle to Forest for a relatively modest sum. I know Eddie Howe at the time didn't particularly want to cash in, but obviously they had issues with PSR.
Yep.
It's interesting, the figures. City side are saying 116 million. Forest side are saying actually it's nearer to 130 million. Either way, it's a record, as you say, for a British player, potentially a Premier League record fee, eclipsing what Liverpool paid for Alexander Isak this time last year. I was speaking to a couple of ex-players at the darts last night, and we were pondering, if Elliot Anderson is really a £130 million player, how much would someone like Paul Scholes be worth in the current market? I think he's a terrific player, Elliot Anderson. I'm not sure he's a £130 million player.
Well, sure. He joined Forest, as Alex says, from Newcastle in a £35 million deal in 2023. So, not so long after that, we've now arrived at 116 million.
Well, brilliant business for Forest. If
Morning all, Max and Charlie here till 1. Brendan says, could the Alien team play at Old Trafford?
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
That is nice, isn't it? Tyrone Mings the Merciless, Mike Joyce in Manchester, not that one. Henning Borg, Darth Crooks, says Matt in Sussex.
Darth Crooks.
Keep those coming, please. Max and Charlie here until 1. Jordan Jarrett Bryan with us. Latest episode of the World Cup Daily Pod is out. Adrian Durham, Stuart Pearce, Jim Proudfoot from New York as they reflect on England's 2. We're all reflecting on it. 2-0 win over Panama. They look ahead to the round of 32 game against DR Congo too.
Jordan Henderson talking about his under-21 boss, Stuart Pearce. Does that feel like a long time ago?
Seems like yesterday, actually. No, listen, he's been a sensational professional, someone that I admire greatly. I always have done, having since working with him many, many years ago. He's suffered a bit of adversity in his career. It's not just gone swimmingly in an upward spiral. Question marks about his ability, but his professionalism has driven him there. And to play in 4 tournaments, the only England player, says everything about his professionalism, his ability to turn up and be part of the group and inspire the group, even when he might not be a starter. We saw it with Beckham at the latter end of his career, and they've given themselves to their country, and certainly Jordan has.
Yeah.
Can he play right back, Jordan Henderson?
It's a good question.
I bet he's played it at some point.
Do you know what, Jordan, Jack Bryan with us? I think the point you made about patterns of play is interesting, right? Because, we talked about this. If England are going to go far, they're going to play teams that defend in a different way, that attack us more. But actually, Panama put together a few little passing moves that were slicker than our passing moves. And that is, I think if you're trying to look at, it's really hard to look at a game against a team that are more defensive and try and take that against when you play Spain or France or Argentina or whoever's going to knock us out on penalties, in the same way that you look at how good France have been. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll get past, I don't know, Germany or whoever they might have in the last 16, because it's a different game of football. And we have never got good at analysing tournament football and World Cups. It's sort of different.
It is. And I think if you're not going to have patterns of play and an idea of how to break teams down, then you need your individual talented players to do something special. So, okay, if you're not going to have those possession patterns that can break teams down, then you need Rashford or a Saka or a Gordon or a Rodgers to do something, be a couple of players and then cross it, hopefully a goal. That's not really happening either. I mean, I know Bellingham got his assist yesterday, but there's just too often I'm watching England play and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know how you're going to score a goal apart from set pieces. And it was really funny because I was in a WhatsApp group with some friends saying yesterday, up until before the first goal, I said to the guys, this reminds me of Arsenal this season. This looks like I'm watching Arsenal this season.
What happened to them?
Well, and this is why I still think England can do it, because the play, it wasn't always good. At times I'm thinking to myself, I don't quite know what Arsenal are doing. But look, lo and behold, stay in the game, get a set piece, and you're on your way. Now, is that going to be enough to win you a World Cup? I don't think it will. They've got to get better. They're in play. But yeah, you look at your Spains, your Argentinas, your Frances, they kind of have both. They have the individual talent that could just do something and score a goal. Or they have, okay, we're not going to try and do something special, but we're going to keep the ball and we're going to work something. I don't understand what they've been working on, because too often I just see passing for passing's sake. And I think that gets you to the last 32, maybe the last 16 even. I don't think it gets you any further than that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I just feel like I've had these conversations so many times. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like, what new can I think of to say about?
Well, I think the difference is normally we're talking about two great players in our team, and I think this is a team full of really great players that for one reason or another so far, other than a bit against Croatia, just haven't turned up. So I'm wondering if he's gone, conserve your energy, play like this, hold. That as we go into the tournament, then you can get on your bike.
Well, maybe he's thinking, look, stay in the games, and we've got the set pieces and the match winners potentially to score goals. Maybe he's thinking, keep it tight, almost Southgate-esque, keep it tight, stay in the game, and someone will do something special. Maybe. I don't understand why he's not using Jude Bellingham in the way that Pochettino used Dele Alli in those first 2 years at Spurs. You remember, as a shadow striker almost. The first 2 years at Spurs, Dele Alli was there. He was a shadow striker behind Kane. He was getting onto second balls and just smashing it in the goal. And Bellingham's best season at Real Madrid, he played as a second striker. Why are we not using Bellingham?
First. He always plays the first striker.
He did.
But I think I hear what you're saying. It's just, we're obviously not going to just play Elliot Anderson when we play even DR Congo. Like Declan Rice, if he's fit, will come in. If he's not, they will think of a different way. I don't think he'll play Bellingham Rodgers together. He certainly wouldn't do that against. What's the game? If we get past DR Congo, it's likely to be Mexico. They play Ecuador. There's no guarantees because Ecuador can play at altitude too. So there'll be altitude derby in that game. But we will probably play Mexico at altitude. And that is going to be so hard, right? Like Mexico have lost like 3 times ever at that stadium or something ridiculous. Now, they don't play brilliant teams all the time, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves because Johan Wisser is doing a lot more for DR Congo than he did for Newcastle this season. But then you have to try and keep the ball, or you just have to conserve your energy because you can't breathe at altitude, right? So Yeah, carry on.
And this links to the point. It's a really good point. And this is the reason why I was surprised we didn't see Kobe Mainoo come on yesterday, because I think he's the guy that can keep the ball. I think he's the one midfielder that England have got that is technically gifted. I'm not saying that he's going to break lines, and I'm not calling him Iniesta, but he's the one player, unlike Anderson, unlike Rice, who I think can get on the ball and speed up play, 1-2s, pop round the corner. Do you know what I mean? I thought yesterday was a perfect chance to bring him on, and Tony. I'm surprised we didn't see Tony yesterday as well. We need to see a little bit more of him. I know that the golden boy Kane is there, but go 2 up top. Why can't we go 2 up top? These are things
I
I
just don't think
you're
you're definitely not going to play 2 up top against someone good. There's just football doesn't work like that, but because you have to play 3 in midfield. So if you play 2 up top, where are you taking your player from, right? And you cannot play if you're playing against, I would say Portugal don't look great, but their midfield is great. Or you're playing Spain and their midfield, you can't play a 2 in that midfield.
But I mean,
you just can't do it.
You could have gone 2 up top yesterday. No,
Yeah.
you could have gone Kane and Tony up top yesterday.
Could have done Vigana, I think.
Yeah, going forward, I think you're right. But Mainoo's the one, and I think Eze as well. I think Eze's got a role to play in this tournament as well. I think they need someone that's got a bit of form fit and coming into the season as a Premier League
I don't
winner.
disagree with any of that. But what is so interesting is it's just how good players who aren't playing get. For every time you have a performance that isn't brilliant, as they say, you go, Kobe Mainoo hasn't played. It's got to be him or them or players who aren't even in the squad. And you get exponentially better because you haven't done any football. And then you come in and also you find it difficult because
It's hard,
football is weird and difficult.
We need to get Eddie Howe to give Wissa his usual pep talk that he obviously gives him at Newcastle.
That's harsh. That's harsh. That's harsh. That's harsh.
To be fair as well, Elanga's had a pretty good World Cup. Eddie Howe's going, what's happening here? This is ridiculous.
Can we get Eddie Howe on the phone to the DR Congo team?
I mean, it's a great achievement for them. I think that was their first ever win yesterday in the World Cup. And look, we shouldn't take them lightly. Wizards playing well there. We shouldn't take them lightly. I think you have a view on, we are a better team than DR Congo. There's no doubt about that. But sort of have this view of football from when you were 10. This is how good teams are. QPR should be in the Premier League. So should Luton. And I was 10. I hadn't heard of DR Congo. Therefore, they're hopeless. But actually, African qualifying has got they've got more teams. They've got 10 teams in the tournament. But if you look, 9 of them have got through. It's a
I was going to say,
field, right?
Tunisia.
And Tunisia, who were, it's hard to pick who has been the absolute worst team in this World Cup, but they're up.
Tunisia put up a good fight for that one.
And that's true. But they're obviously different countries, right? But African football has improved so much. Paul Watson's coming on later and can talk about it a bit more, but can't take it lightly. Just got to get through, and then go again. It just feels like every conversation we have. If you remember, we've actually done really well in tournaments recently, Jordan. Not really well, but pretty well.
If England gets to the latter part, if they can get to the kind of semis somehow, you're then thinking, okay, it's definitely on. But as you said earlier on, Max, there's a lot of good teams before this round and the semis. It's gonna be a tournament, but I think everyone needs to raise their level. Bellingham's the only player at the moment, I think, playing at his standard. Everyone's got to match that if they're going to go any further.
Jordan, lovely to chat.
Superb, Jordan. Thank you.
Cheers, boys.
Have a good one, Jordan Jack Bryan there, broadcaster and journalist. England play DR Congo on Wednesday. I think it is very hard to keep.
Wednesday, 5 o'clock, I think it is.
Is it 5 a.m. for you, is it?
No, I don't think it's in the night, is it? Is it in the night?
Is it in the day for you?
I'm completely wrong.
I mean, look, I don't know what day
I'm having
it is.
a look. Hold on a second.
I don't know
17 o'clock. It's England v DR Congo.
Is that right?
Yeah,
okay.
17 o'clock.
Hang on, so
what time is that for you?
Well, that's good. You're ahead of us. So it must be like a 10 a.m., a midday kickoff for me, probably. Midday? 10 a.m.?
I don't know. I don't know, Max. I can't work that out.
It is hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up with these things. You just wake up and see what the next one is.
It's Mexico, Ecuador at 2 a.m. And then England, DR Congo at 5. And then Belgium, Senegal at 21 o'clock.
That's a good day's football.
That's a proper World Cup day, isn't it?
The last day. I mean, Japan, Brazil is absolutely brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Beautiful.
And I think Morocco have got a good... Someone is good. I forget who they got. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard for us.
to remember.
We can't look at the draw.
Netherlands.
Oh, that's good, yeah. That'll be a really... Brobby's having a good old seat. Brobby looks great.
Cote d'Ivoire, Norway, that's a banger. France, Sweden, that's good.
That is good.
It gets good now, doesn't it?
It all gets good. Yeah. Thanks for sticking with you. Those 5. Well done for staying up till 5 a.m. to watch some games, because now it gets good. And I'll tell you what gets good. What about all this weather we're having? John Ketley returns.
When you look at Scotland over the 3 games, David, what is your overall assessment and takeaway? I mean, most of us looked at it and felt that Morocco and Brazil would be a reach to get anything from, and that the outcome of the Haitian game would be important and that goals needed to be scored. Criticism is being made of Steve Clarke. I'm not asking you to jump on the bandwagon, but the manner in which Scotland have played, the lack of bravery, the fact that they've been very negative in lots of people's minds, and Steve as a defensive coach. When you hear all those things, what's your assessment of these 3 games and the opportunities that Scotland have either taken or missed?
Yeah. Well, we spoke the other day. I think the biggest word what you're missing here, Simon, is quality. I don't think Scotland have the quality at the moment available to them to compete. I'm not saying that on the odd day that you wouldn't beat one of these teams and get good results, which we did against Denmark, for example, when we get through those games. But I just feel that generally Scotland have been short of that level. We talked about it a few days ago when we were talking about the Haiti game and only winning 1-0. We all felt it was a really good result. Not a really good result, but a good result because we had got 3 points. But you were right in what you were saying. We probably needed to score 3 or 4 goals. But I don't think MD, who's played Haiti yet, or certainly Morocco, have found it that easy. And I don't think they've been as easy a game as what maybe everybody hoped it might have been. So yeah, it might have cost us not scoring 2 or 3 goals in that one game. But I think us getting a victory in the opening game of the World Cup seemed like a good result for us and a good return.
But David, are you saying virtually that it doesn't really matter who's in the Scotland dugout? This is as good as it gets.
Mm-hmm. Look, Steve Clarke's done brilliant, Jim. You know as well as I do. We've not been able to get to competitions. Steve has. Steve's got us there over the last few years, a few competitions, I should say, with what I think is not a great deal of quality.
Simon Jordan on electric guitar.
Oh, is he? He's good, isn't he?
Really good. Plays it with his teeth.
Nice. What is this? Just some music.
Just some music, isn't it? Just some music to chat over. Yeah. Max Rush and Charlie Baker with you on the warm-up until 1 this afternoon. And John Ketley, Nigel Adley joining us in just a second for what about all this weather we're having.
Please. Great news.
Because it was a good game yesterday. And let's face it, Adley was good with the weather, but John Ketley.
No, John Ketley. Are we back together today against John Ketley?
Yeah, it's me and you versus Ketters, of course. And we can do that right now. Let's look ahead to the latest weather over in America. Over here in America.
US football forecast on talkSPORT with QuickFit, a team selection that everyone would be happy with this summer. QuickFit, drive away happy every time.
Hello, John Ketley.
Hello, John.
Good morning. Did I miss a good show yesterday?
We played against each other, John, but it wasn't the same. We missed you. We missed you.
No.
Oh, thank you. You're smooth talkers, aren't you, really? That's all.
The thing is, John, I think people are probably more interested in the weather in the UK, and has it stopped being hot yet?
It's not as hot.
Well, I was out yesterday. I went to an air show yesterday
nice.
in Bedfordshire.
Oh, yeah.
And it was 32 degrees all day. I mean, it is a bit bit much, when you're out there all day long, 9 hours of it.
Yeah.
So we actually left before the end, but it was pretty intense. I have to say it's slightly cooler today, probably about 26 and still 28 degrees in the southeast.
Can you imagine, John?
9 hours at an air show feels a lot, John. Feels a lot.
No, but aren't they all going to be, after the air show, they're going to get round for the debrief, they're going to say, it wasn't good enough, lads. Ketley left early.
Ketley left,
They're going to be absolutely devastated.
The helicopter guys will be like, nah, he left during the helicopters.
Yeah, they're doing it all again today. I'm not going back.
We go again.
Good stuff. Back to Bedfordshire. We all go for the air show. One game today. Generally, we've had that one delay in one game. I think there was a lot talked about the possible storms and the heat, and it's kind of been okay so far, hasn't it, John?
Well, it was overhyped. It often is, isn't it, really? So many of these grounds now have got this air conditioning or roofs to put over that things are not as bad as they would once have been. You can't do much about it if it's pouring with rain for 3 hours before a game starts, and you can't put a roof across. Then, that is the weather, isn't it? And that's always going to happen. But it won't happen in LA today because it'll be about 22 degrees. This is South Africa, isn't it?
Yeah.
South Africa, Canada.
Nice.
Yes.
22 degrees today and sunny skies. But you'd know more about that than I would, wouldn't you?
I would actually, yes, because I've just done a meteorology course, and I can tell you everything in isobars moving to the left, a cold front coming in from the south, and there'll be more tomorrow. Let's bring in Nigel Adderley. Come on, let's play, everybody.
Morning, Nigel.
Morning, guys. How are we doing?
Nigel's music. Let's go, Nigel. There it is. Let's go. Woo! Adelaide!
Come on then, Nigel.
Nigel was pointing at the wall yesterday, John, as he did the weather forecast. He was pretending. He was pretending he had a map behind him.
I'm not John Ketley, let's be honest.
You know John Ketley, no. Did you used to do it with magnets as well, John? Do you ever do it with
I did have a spell with magnets.
Yeah.
They didn't last very long. No, you've got to go computerised, haven't you, really?
Yeah.
I started with magnets in the early 80s, so that's an awful long time ago.
That was so much fun.
We were still on horse and cart then. But,
Did you have your own ones in your little bag? Did they hand you them back? Did you have to hand them back? Did you ever steal? Your last day at the BBC, did you steal a little
bring your own ones in
with sun?
I know somebody who did steal some. No names, no pack drill. But I never actually managed to get hold of one myself, not to keep permanently. They were very, very tightly kept.
Maybe McCaskill on his fridge at home.
McCaskill's a great shout for the weather thief. Who is the weather thief? 81089.
Hey guys, let's play. What about all this weather we're having? Over to Nigel Adderley. How does the game work? Let's play.
Very simple. 5 games, famous games from the World Cup. I will give you the score when it was played and the year. You have to tell me the temperature in Celsius. If you get a direct hit, it is 3 points. If you get closest, you get a single point.
Okay, let's play.
Look forward to it.
First game, round of 16, 1986. England could be going back here this season. The Estadio Azteca, Mexico City, 18th of June, 12 noon kickoff. England 3, Paraguay 0.
Yes.
Gary Stevens up top is in a good position. And
Go on, Monty.
Lineker, what a player.
Okay. Who's going first, please, Nigel? Who's going first?
I think you should go first. Give John a chance.
Okay. Midday, Max. Midday, very hot.
It was
30,
hot. I don't know
31.
This isn't the game where Brian Robson was taken off. That was Morocco, but he looked so sweaty.
31.
That was in Monterrey.
30.
It happened in Monterrey.
Okay. I'm happy with 31.
31.
I think it could be even higher.
Okay. Let's find out from John Ketley.
Monterrey is a hotter place.
It's not in Monterey. It's a different place. Different place.
Different place. I've just been doing my isentropic analysis.
Oh, yeah.
And
Googling it.
I'm going down. I'm going to 27.
Oh, okay. Nigel.
As John would tell you, of course, high humidity or no humidity because it's high above sea level. So John is closest 23 degrees Celsius.
Embarrassed ourselves there.
That's okay. He knows that. Although Matt says Kettle saying the weather's overhyped has made my day. There you are. It's 1-0 to Ketters.
Okay.
Back to you, Nigel.
Game number 2, 2002 World Cup. The opening game in Seoul. Senegal 1, France 0. 31st of May, 2002, 8:30 p.m. kickoff.
Pumachop is there, and steady goal. It scored the first goal of the 2002 World Cup.
John?
Yeah, I don't mind it being overhyped, the weather. It gives me some work.
That's true.
But I'll go 24.
Not like that. Dirty thief.
McCaskill. All the magnets on his
all the
roof.
magnets. Anyway.
What do you reckon? He said 24.
24, I think I'm a little higher.
23. I think 23.
Are you going below?
Oh, you wanna go
I was
higher?
very
Okay.
wrong last time. You go. 23.
23.
Never quite as warm as you thought at this World Cup. 20 degrees Celsius.
Yes, one apiece. One apiece. Give us a weather back, Ketley. Okay, here we go. Game 3.
Number 3, 2006 World Cup at the Fritz Walter Stadion in Kaiserslautern. USA won, Italy won, 17th of June, 9 p.m. kickoff, a game of 3 red cards.
McBride was sent to the ground, and it's a sending off here for De Rossi.
Was that John Helm? Who was that?
It was John Helm.
John Helm. Okay, I'm going to go. What do you reckon, Charlie? I was at this World Cup. How was it in the evenings? How was it in the evenings?
You weren't sober.
I wasn't.
24,
Correct, John.
24,
You're right.
25.
Hold my hands up. I was not sober.
Ketley knows what it's all about.
What do you reckon? I think it's not that. I go 9th late kickoff, 23.
Oh, you're going like, okay. 23.
It was a game of 3 red cards, but it was a game of 2 halves.
Oh.
And it was
Well done, John.
26 degrees.
We'll do the sport. Thank you, John.
Yeah, Nigel.
Yeah, the football's overhyped, isn't it? 27 degrees Celsius.
2-1 to Ketters. Here we go. Game 4.
It's been a good weekend for Scotland, of course. Here's another great memory. Peru 3, Scotland 1. 1978 World Cup. The Estadio Olimpico Chateau Caceres in Cordoba. The 3rd of June, but of course, it was a Winter World Cup.
Oh, was it a winter?
Forcing his way through. Almost a free shot and a goal. What a goal.
What a goal. Lovely bit of comms there, wasn't it? Old days,
It's
Max.
John first. It's
Old
John.
days.
Yeah, a Winter World Cup, that should have suited Scotland, but does anything ever suit Scotland?
Oh, wow, John.
Oh, don't kick them while they're down,
I
Ketters.
shouldn't.
I knew there was a
From
bias.
Ketley.
I knew there was a weather bias.
I'll
He
go for
always
19 degrees.
He always makes it cold and rain in Scotland.
that's
You know
what he
John
does.
did the
He
weather?
does
He'd
that.
always make it rain in
He does.
Scotland. 19. What do you reckon? 18? I should go
Lower,
18.
yeah. I think lower.
18.
It was a chilly day, 14 degrees.
Yes, 2 apiece. What a classic this is.
John, we had one yesterday, John, that Mussolini was at, and it was 40 degrees.
Yes.
I think I was at that game.
Dictators make it hotter.
2-2.
No. Okay, what a classic. People will remember where they were for this game.
The producers here are really rubbing it in. Scotland 0, Morocco 3. 1998 World Cup in San Etienne, 23rd of June, 9 p.m. kickoff, but both of the teams were eventually eliminated.
Bashir, lovely skill, and resisted the challenge. And scores!
Beautiful comms.
Barry Davis,
Barry
the
Davis,
best, the
yeah.
GOAT.
Other than
headphones in and
Nigel
my-
Adley, of course.
This text says, I've got my headphones in and my kids think I'm listening to something important. If only they knew. What do you
Come on,
reckon,
we need
Charlie?
this, Max. We need this. We need
9
this.
p.m.
St.
It was hot in
Etienne.
France,
St.
but that
Etienne,
is
9 p.m. 24.
Oh, no, lower than that. Lower. It's got to be lower than that.
Okay.
23.
Okay.
Well, it is lower.
It is lower.
23. Do you reckon 23, Charlie? What do you reckon?
Yeah, great.
Okay, 23.
Saint Etienne. Oh, they have very hot summers, don't they?
I mean, it's like you were dreaming.
I'll go 25.
Dreaming of a memory in
He's
St.
going
Etienne.
25. He's going 25.
It's very Proustian weather for John Ketley there.
Nigel?
It all comes down to this, 21 degrees
Bang! Eat it, Ketley!
Give us our
Give
weather
us the
back.
weather back!
Give us the weather back.
The police are at the door!
Hey, thank you, John. Thank you, Nigel.
Thank you,
That
Nigel.
was
Pleasure.
talkSPORT's
Love
weather
to,
update.
Nigel.
All thanks to QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
US football forecast on talkSPORT with QuickFit. Your car's star player you can always rely on this summer. QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
you mentioned him there, right? And about Nico Riley. Now, obviously, the manager made a change because he saw something in Ghana and he thought Spence would have been a better option. But you would have watched Nico week in, week out. Does it faze him, whoever he's playing against, however quick they are, strong they are? Is he just the perfect left back in terms of playing against anyone?
I tell you what is the difference between Nico and Jed Spence. Nico get you a goal. He will get you a ghosting and get you a goal.
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough of Jed Spence. I'm not Tottenham fan. I haven't seen enough of him, so I don't know. But being biased, he'd be the first name on the City team sheet, never alone the England team sheet. So, and when he came on, he had one of the two best chances. So, I wouldn't be quick to drop Nico. He's whatever he might lack as a fullback, he'll give you going forward the other way.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And he's fearless. He's fearless on the ball. You know, he can dribble like a midfielder. You know, he's a top player.
Let's sort of move it on to City while staying with England. You are edging closer to a deal for Elliot Anderson. And I said before the window opened, if United could buy one player that would be gettable, it would be Elliot Anderson. I'm not too sure about the price tag. I don't know what that's going to be. I know Forest have already rejected a deal worth about £121 million. Your views on him? Are you excited by the prospect of him being a City player?
Yeah, I mean, I've never taken much notice of him, to be honest. You know what I mean? He's one of those players that you don't really, he scored against us last season and he was great. But
bar. You know, I'm just trying to calm it down. Just be careful. All right, relax. You've only just come on.
It's a yellow card for you for simulation. After review, Dominic Solanke was in an offside position at the goal of the goal. My final decision is offside.
There we are.
See, when you do it, when you compare that, do we have the other one? Do we have the modern World Cup classics from the referees who are just better at saying after review than ours? Because we need a compare and contrast, don't we? That's the dream.
Iran scored the goal from offside position. Final decision, offside.
Yes. Get these referees, even if we have our referees from the PGMO, the after review, they should read in something
in this voice, get them to do it.
Get them in to do it, red card on the run. Here we go. It is Max and Charlie with you until 1. This text says, I can't wait for the weather game in 20 years' time. I'm memorising all the temperatures from this World Cup.
Yeah, good shout.
Ready.
Well
You'll
done.
never find a more prepared human ever.
Good prep.
Just looking at the last 32. So you got Germany, Paraguay. The winner of that plays the winner of France, Sweden. So you could have a France-Germany last 16. That is absolutely massive. Portugal, Croatia, Spain, Austria. You could have a Portugal, Spain last 16 as well.
Only one team can win it, Max. Only one team can win it.
No, you're absolutely right. Brazil, Japan.
You're not allowed to give it to lots of people. It has to only be
I think
one.
Japan could beat Brazil, and then whoever plays the winner of Ivory Coast, Norway. I think Norway, Brazil, or Norway, Japan is massive. If England got that far past DR Congo and then probably Mexico, it would be Brazil, Japan, Norway, or Ivory Coast. God, Mexico. You can just stare at this for hours, can't you?
Mexico's such a tough game.
We cover the whole pyramid here, so we've done loads of World Cup. Of course we have, but let's do some non-league.
We're going to do some National League South, and it's not even me that said
I can't
let's
believe
do
it. You didn't book it. It's amazing.
I
The
didn't.
Dorking Wanderers manager Mark White joins us. Hey, Mark.
Hey,
how are
Mark.
Hello, boys. Good to see you all.
Coming
Good to
on.
see you too, Mark.
Nice to chat. And we want to talk about, you've got some new investors and, things are going well for Dorking. What would you have done? Are you happy with what Tuchel did yesterday? You happy so far, Mark?
Well, I'm not sure about that. I think we're all in the same boat, aren't we? We're all sort of thinking, well, this is a bit dicey, a bit dodgy. We've got through, but that's about it. We're waiting for the show to begin, right?
Yeah, I think so. But it's not easy. I mean, football management is not easy wherever level you're at, right?
Mark's found it very easy. Mark's found it very easy, Max, actually.
Is that right? Have you found it easy, Mark?
Max, he's got more promotions on his CV than any other manager and has done not one badge. Have you, Mark?
I feel overlooked for the job, to be honest. I'm glad you mentioned it.
You might have to do your badges to get the England job. I don't know if that's how it works.
Yeah, I think so. But I would have worked out to take a right back. I definitely would have worked that out.
Do you find it? I mean, do you find it? I remember talking to Dimitar Berbatov and saying you made football look easy, and he just went, "Yeah." Do you find, because there's so much to do when you're managing any level? Do you find it easy, Mark? Is that the right word?
I think it's easy, but more than ever, you have to keep up your skills because the game changes all the time. That's the thing that's changed, I think, in the last 20 years. Is no sooner is there a Guardiola Barcelona system than someone creates a box system. And I think one of the things at this World Cup you can see is how you can be a lesser nation, so to speak, but the coaching enables them to compete, which I don't think it ever used to.
Yeah, and I suppose the hard thing about a tournament is it's just such a short number of games, and the games are so different, right? So this happens at every level, right? You play teams who play in totally different ways, and then, say, as England fans, we try and compare how we've set up against Ghana, or how we try and break down Ghana, to how we're meant to play DR Congo, how we're meant to play Mexico if we play them, and they're all sort of individual, different things. Momentum is good, but they're different, aren't they?
Max, this is exactly it. I mean, we are not set up to play against low blocks. That is just not how we're set up at all. The players, all of our sort of wingers and tens are similar players, really.
Yeah.
Want to play behind people. And when there's no space, these boys are, well, you can see how easy it is to nullify us. That's where you need your Jack Grealish. It almost benefits him to be in a low block, take somebody on, win a foul, win a penalty, can turn two players inside out. But I think we'll come into our own when there's space on the pitch, when we play the better teams. It's just whether or not we can defend them.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of A Bunch of Amateurs, Mark, your documentary about Dorking Wanderers. And I am always amazed how much of your coaching and how much your tactics, I know that's part of the thing, but they actually show. Do you think opposing managers watch you do those things and think, I know what he's going to do there? So do you have to keep them constantly guessing?
No, to be honest with you, it's, I guess you could call it a weakness, really. People always know what we're going to do and how we do it. Obviously, there's nuances.
Yeah.
But the fun one was we actually done a live one last year.
Oh, great.
For the first time ever, live team talk. So the other manager just tuned in.
Yeah. It's a flaw in the system there.
And how did you get on?
And he changed his formation trying to beat us, which didn't work. So, but yeah, so no, it's a bit of an advantage, I guess. It's a bit of an advantage.
You've got some more backing from a US-based consortium. I mean, everyone seems to have a US-based consortium. What does that mean? Can you suddenly hose millions of pounds at footballers?
Well, I'm trying to improve my Wi-Fi initially with it. No, it's. Do you know what do you know what it is? There's a huge interest from the US because the English has got a pyramid that is envied across the world, and so many of these people want to be within the English pyramid. We met Frank and Deborah Valère there. They were looking for a club to buy in the UK, and they circled back to us. And yeah, that's great. I mean, football's an expensive industry, top to bottom, and no more so than in non-league. So Frank and Deborah Valère, Deborah Tucker, they're on board with us, and we're hoping that enables us to beat Torquay United.
Mate, you'll never beat Torquay United, but I mean, I think you lost them in the playoff semi-final. I think,
Yes,
Mark.
yeah.
I think, was it? Yeah, you lost. But the level is getting harder and harder and harder. I look at this division every year and I go, I just want to get out of this division. I don't know why I want to get out of it because it's good fun, but I want to get out of this division. But now you've always got yourselves there and thereabouts. This season, KSI's put a bit of money into Dagenham and Redbridge. I don't know what's going to happen there. I think that's going to go one of two ways. Chelmsford seem to have some money this season.
Yeah.
There's money, and that it must be to do with the pyramid by wanting it's very accessible level to get in at if people have a bit of money, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's more, people are more interested than ever before. I mean, what people don't realise in the Football League is necessarily supporters that it's 4 up, 4 down essentially from League Two.
Madness.
So people like Torquay United and Wrexham was
Big
in
clubs,
the National League for 13 years. These leagues are bottlenecked. So I mean, I think Torquay got rid of their manager when they were 3rd. So you can. In the Football League, you'd be successful in 3rd place. In non-league football, you'll get the boot because only one team go up. So it's really difficult. They're bottlenecked.
Many other reasons for it other than just being 3rd. But yeah, I agree. It's
and so what's the aspiration? Like when they come in, do they say, we want, because you hear this a lot, teams going, we want to be in the Premier League in 10 years, or we want to be in League Two, or what's the, do you set an ambition, or is it just, let's see how far we can get?
I think the Football League is the benchmark for everybody. I think even including just all the UK non-league owners, getting to the Football League is the one, even though in National South, probably about 14 teams are full-time.
Yeah.
It's because the academies in the Football League and Premier League are so big that so many players spill back into the game now. So, but the Football League is the holy grail, a bit like the first round prop of the FA Cup. That's the holy grail.
Do people, because of your documentary, do players ever not fancy it? Because it does bring an extra bit of sort of focus on them, doesn't it? Do players ever say to you, I don't, I'm going to go and play my football somewhere else where there is no documentary?
Well, we had we signed Tony Craig, ex-Millwall captain in his heyday, late 30s, and he used to sit. It worked out where the camera, he could be seen the least in the changing room.
It's worked out the angle.
The old school boys hate it. The
Yeah.
new one, you know what they're like. They can't get enough. The new ones these days, TikTok this and all the rest of it. So, it's like anything really. Politics, everything. Everything's exposed more now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the idea of him turning up in just increasingly large hats.
Yeah, hiding.
The sombrero, just going, there we are. How's recruitment? Are you, the season finishes, you've got to go again all the time.
They're doing badly, Max.
Are they doing badly? Fair enough.
They're going to be there. I will say it's them or us or Dagenham, I think, this season, or maybe Chelmsford. I don't know.
Yeah, it's great for our division to have Torquay in it, to be fair. It's, a big club like that. Recruitment's been fine. They all charge a few quid these days, these players. But
I suggested you to be our manager when we were looking for a new manager. I suggested you to the owners.
Yeah,
I thought that would be a real sideways step because you own Dorking. I didn't know if you were allowed to be manager of another club and owner of a different club. I don't know if that's allowed.
That's a great question that someone could answer, because you can't be an owner of two for sure.
No,
but yeah,
I wonder if you could own Dorking.
During COVID, COVID, when they called off our division when we was top, incidentally, I was trying to get a job in another league because I was so bored.
Yeah, good idea.
Well, look, thanks for coming on, Mark.
Great
we appreciate
having you,
your time. Good luck with the pre-season. Good luck with all the money coming in.
Hope you come second.
And the documentary, it's a bunch of amateurs. So are you filming every year, every season? It's just keep on.
Bunch of amateurs. Pre-season starts tomorrow. They'll be there all year round, warts and all.
It's great, Max. You'd love it. It's really great.
Oh yeah, no, I bet I would. I love this stuff. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate your time.
Mark.
Thanks for coming on.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good man, Mark White there, owner and manager of Dorking Wanderers. Whole pyramid covered. And now we get Pastor Jim's going to come on and be angry about Scotland in just a second.
I just think our options, like we bring O'Reilly on, he gets the header in the box late on. You start putting bodies in the box against these low defensive block teams. Like it was calling out for Tony to come on for me, get more bodies in the box, because we had players come on, put more crosses in the box. Saka come on and made an impact, I thought. But I just think Saka and Rashford has to start.
He's got to take the skipper off if he does.
So that was John Terry sitting exactly where Sam is this morning. This clamour for Rashford, you've got a view in that, haven't you?
Well, I just don't remember the last time Rashford started a game for England was particularly impactful. It's always the way, whatever you haven't got is what you cry out for when you don't get the outcomes that you want. The main thrust of England's game was they didn't fizz the ball around. If you move the ball quickly, you move people around. And it was interesting that they put Saka on, which I think makes a lot of difference when he comes on, because he's a clever player, he creates outcomes. And the numbers that he throws out on the field are quite staggering when he's actually on the field. And then he shifted Madueke dugout side so that the coach could be in his ear driving him forward. I think the other thing, I think Rashford comes on as an impact player. If you're playing the last 20 minutes of a game and Rashford comes on with a wild hair up his backside because he hasn't been in the side, he's been replaced by Anthony Gordon at Barcelona and England, and wants to play, which is the Rashford that we've got now. Tragically, for a boy of his talent, he's a consequence player. Every time he does something that gets him consequence, he responds to it. He doesn't play well for a season. The England team need him to be available for the next World Cup. He has a good season. He goes away, gets himself into trouble by not turning up for a training session, gets consequence. The next 3 games he plays very well. So I don't think Rashford starting is the answer. I think the midfield popping the ball around against teams that sit in and defend. And interestingly, I watched the Panamanians. These are not a bad side. They are quite a dynamic side. I thought the first 25 minutes, 30 minutes of games against Croatia was quite exciting.
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
The Tartan Army here in North America and here to make some history. Up to McGinn! Deflected in! After 28 years, Scotland have returned to the World Cup with a win. Early ball to Saibari, who's kept himself onside and smashes it into the net. Scotland are beaten in Boston. Cunha! It's 3! It gets worse and worse for Scotland. 3-0 to Brazil.
Probably a very Scottish thing that we managed to win the first game that everyone said was a winnable game. We managed to do that, and then our next two opponents are world number 6 and world number 5.
Well, Scotland are at the airport and the display boards are telling them to go to the gate. They need to drink up, get out the bar, because they're boarding imminently.
Scotland's men's head coach, Steve Clarke, has stepped down from his role.
I bet Barca Jim Burke from the RGC Celtic podcast, Scotland fans well enjoyed that montage. Sorry about that, Jim.
Did I enjoy it?
Enjoying that, I imagine.
Did I enjoy it?
Yeah.
Especially the get to the airport, blah, blah, blah. Oh, come on. Kick a nation when they're down.
Yeah, anyway. That was a low blow from Adrian, wasn't it? That was a low. You didn't.
Bit sad, Jim, isn't it? The whole thing, the whole outcome.
It's frustrating more than anything else, Charlie. There's just, obviously my narrative has changed somewhat when I woke up to the news that Stevie Clarke had walked. And in truth, I don't think he had any choice, because the voices of support were difficult to find for him, because the Haiti game, and I think, Max, your housemate, Barry, he was always a wee bit concerned that he'd maybe gone in a bit too heavy on Scotland in fact, and Ewan as well, after the Haiti game. And it turns out that both of them were bang on, and I thought exactly the same, that it just wasn't enough. It just was not enough, and we paid the price. But more than that, the football, football would get football stopped. We've got a couple of really good players, but I think I said to you yesterday, Max, in a message, we've got a manager who plays with the handbrake on, the anchor down, the engine off, and the batteries removed. And that's just, at least have a go. If we're going to go out, at least go out swinging, But it was just, for the third tournament in a row, it was just rotten. Yeah. Absolutely rotten.
I suppose, Jim, that it is the question of, and it's not a binary answer. It's either, is there enough talent, right? Is there enough talent to take on? Because Morocco and Brazil are good, and Haiti, I think, are not as bad. The draw's done, and we all go, Haiti, oh, where's that? Sort of a bit patronising. They're better than that. Like, they're not a terrible football team. Is the talent pool good enough? Would a different manager have got more out of those players? Is it sometimes your best players don't quite perform? And I don't think Scott McTominay and John McGinn played at the absolute best. And there can be lots of different reasons for that. And if they do, it's slightly different. You lose Billy Gilmore. You don't have a depth to lose someone who can keep the ball in midfield and be like, that's not a problem. Like or was Ian Wright did a good little bit saying, actually this is about infrastructure and coaching and all these things which are quite hard to see. I don't know who's coaching who in Dunfermline or Paisley or whatever. Like what do you think the answer is?
First of all, Max, it's you that does the patronising. That's your stock and trade, so we'll just move past that, shall we?
How dare you?
I think we've definitely got enough to be better than we are. Okay, I get the feeling that our two players who are operating at the higher level, McTominay and McGinn, I don't think either of them showed up. And that's not the first time. I think it was the same at the last tournament. And I have to put that down to the manager. I've got to put that down to the manager, because I just don't believe that in 6 games, in the last 6 games or tournament games, that they are going to be that bad. With regards to coaching, I don't know enough of what's happening. Scotland has had that. I go back to my first World Cup, 74. That was a win that, a lot of that squad were from the top 6 in England.
Yeah.
And you go back to the 70s, literally every league-winning team always had 3 or 4 Scots in it. And club legends at that.
Yeah, Kenny
Yeah,
Dalglish.
you go to Bremner, and I mean, I live in Leeds, and honestly, it's the most I mean, they do patronise. Oh, Scotland, yeah. Well, you gave us some of our best players. Yeah, no, anyway, enough. I thought the bitterness would have gone with the news that Clark had gone, but it really hadn't. But no, I think we do need to look at the opportunities we're giving younger players. I think maybe, you're looking at the Scottish Premiership, and maybe there are outside Celtic and Rangers. We're always going to buy what we think's the best available. Hearts have shown they're maybe going down the more data-led. Look, maybe hope that some Scottish players are going to get a break. Because, I mean, neither Celtic or Rangers, truthfully, are going to give Scottish talent if they think they can buy something. I mean,
of course.
It pains me to say it. It pains, but that's the reality. And then what we would look at is hopefully the other teams, Aberdeen, Hibs and Hearts, St Mirren, even you mentioned, teams like that would give Scottish talent a chance to develop. Because Scottish football, I mean, it gets flagged, and mainly by you, Max, and definitely by you, Charlie. Scottish football does take a slagging. But you look at the players that have come up. I mean, John McGinn was a Hib player. He wasn't plucked from. He was bought for a modest amount of money. Ryan Christie, he's been offered a new contract. So, good Scottish players are good. They're not at the top level, but maybe a manager. And Max, I'm about to come on to one of our favourite subjects now when it comes to the next manager.
Is that what you're saying?
Big Ange. A man who knows Scottish football, who has got international management experience, and he's a very clever man, which obviously...
He doesn't know where the handbrake is, Jim, either. He doesn't.
No,
he's never found the handbrake.
I love him for that, Charlie, with all my heart. But no, I think Ange is also a shrewd operator, so he won't touch the job with...
No, and the Scottish FA probably can't afford him, Jim. Like if we're being honest, right? I don't know what what he gets in the. He would have been paid so much money in the Premier League. He probably doesn't need the money, but
it's a good move for him, though, Max, isn't it?
Is it?
No, I think it is because he needs something. He needs something, doesn't he? He's currently a failure, and he needs something to be able to go in and. Yeah, but
I don't know if Scotland is the way to like, history doesn't sound like very patronising, but to turn yourself from a failure into a success.
As you know, I'm always loath to agree with you, but I think on this occasion I'm going to put that under fair comment rather than ruffle of the hair patronisation.
David Moyes. Jim, do you think he'd leave Everton for it? I don't think he would he?
How are you leaving Everton for that?
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. But I'm just saying, people in situations and at certain ages in their career, he might think, maybe it's come too soon for David Moyes.
But again, David Moyes is somebody who he also very much knows what a handbrake is. I don't think he's going to. But is it going to? Would it be better? Can it be worse? I think that's the.
You say that like they did qualify, like you did qualify. I mean, the point is, it's like what's football about? It's about moments, and that game, the Kenny McLein, the brilliant, the JJ Bull song, so good, Kenny McLein, McTominay, Tierney, right? That was the moment, and like in
I'd
years
like
to
to
come,
have them at tournaments, Max.
No, I know, and actually did make a really good point to me.
Ellis has had his. With the Euros, the Irish had theirs with Houghton and Paddy Bonner and the Northern Ireland, they had their game against Spain. They've all got definitive tournament moments. We hang on to one of my favourite, let me back my horse, consolation goal by Archie Gemmill in 1978 in the worst tournament that we have ever, I want a moment. Of course, nobody enjoyed that Denmark game more than me, but I want to happen at a tournament.
One day, Jim, you've just got to believe. You've just got to believe that Mark says that Anthony Niemi, good Scottish manager, is great shout, actually, isn't it?
Ex-Celtic manager with a bit of international experience, Wilfred Nancy.
Well, yes, that's Charlie.
Jim,
And what
Jim.
flags are here earlier? Let's not go there.
We've got to go, Jim. But lovely to chat.
Cheers,
Good man.
Jim. Fantastic, boys. Listen, have a good show. See you later.
Cheers, mate. Jim Burke there from the RGC Celtic podcast, Scotland fan as well. We'll do some. We'll celebrate DR Congo and Cape Verde, and all the big stories from the nations we probably hadn't thought about until this World Cup with Paul Watson from the Sweeper Pod in just a second.
Ronaldo is top, still top. But Haaland, for instance, is a better finisher.
Let me ask you this. In world football, I said this, Bentley, on yesterday's show, and I got a little bit of criticism. In his pomp, right? I'll ask you both. I'll start with Bentley.
I heard it.
I said R9 is a better finisher than Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, do you know,
he's a better striker, number 9.
Do you know what you said, right? And you said he was a better goal scorer.
Okay.
Right? Now, for me, R9 is a better centre forward. Like, so I don't think it's even close, right? But what people will do is look at the numbers. And this is where sometimes stats-wise, like the new generation will go, if I say R9's better than Ronaldo, Cristiano, they're going to go, are you crazy? He's scored 1,000 goals. But sometimes it's not about just stats. It's about what does your eyes tell you. And anyone who's watched it, you would have watched him. R9 is the best centre forward I've ever seen.
R9 for me, that's my hero. He is. That's why I wanted to become a striker. You look at him, and Ronaldo has done absolutely magnificent. Yeah, and Ronaldo, it's all about numbers and goal scoring. And he's obsessed with that. And that makes him so good. But R9 is just phenomenal. He's just incredible.
Better.
As a footballer.
Yeah,
so
you
much
both
more
agree with
natural.
me on that. Yeah, but you said, because the way you said goal scorer.
Yeah.
Now, you can't compare the numbers because Ronaldo's numbers are crazy.
You know what I mean? Like a better player.
He's a better player.
Yeah.
He's a better player. He's the things that he used to do, picking up the ball and dribbling, the goals that he scored for Barcelona. Oh my God! If he didn't injure himself with his knee
twice.
Oh my God!
So can I say, because they'll clip this and stick it out there, right? You're both saying, and you're agreeing with me that R9 is a better
striker
than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes.
You're both saying that, Jimmy?
Yes.
Okay.
The Blue Sharks are in uncharted waters. Cape Verde, in their first ever World Cup, have made the round of 32. They've drawn all 3 games. They are unbeaten. An extraordinary achievement. The fans can barely believe it. There are tears. There are looks of disbelief. Cape Verde are going to face Argentina in the last 32.
Yeah.
The
Nico
Blue
Lopez
Sharks.
will have Lionel Messi in his pocket, won't they? Let's talk to Paul Watson from the Sweeper Pod. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Very good.
Yeah, really good. Lovely to chat to you as always. I mean, that moment when they were all around their phones, just checking the app or watching the game, whatever it was, just to make sure they'd qualified was absolute. And Voisinha's mum dancing around. It was so brilliant.
Yeah, it was a lovely moment. It was proper FA Cup shock vibes, wasn't it, coming from this one? But, you know, it was very well deserved. It's not like they squeezed through in any particular way. I think they had this game plan and it worked against Spain. And it worked again against Uruguay, and then really against Saudi Arabia. They probably would have expected to win that game in a way because of Saudi Arabia have been a bit of a mess. And I think, to be honest, just everyone's underrated Cape Verde from the off, and it's really helped them quite a lot.
Sorry, go on, mate.
Carry on, Charlie.
I said yesterday, did Scotland make the mistake of winning a game and not just drawing everything? And there is some being slightly sensible with that, is that the fact they set up to hold means they're really good at it.
To some degree, yeah. But I mean, also, this is the thing. Cape Verde are really good at a certain type of football, and those, especially Spain, really played into that. So what they'll find now going through to play against Argentina is, weirdly, that fixture kind of suits them a little bit. I'm not saying they'll necessarily get anywhere with Argentina, but the game plan there will be very similar against Spain. Incredibly solid at the back and explosive on the counter-attack. And I just think a lot of people who were writing off Cape Verde, well, for one thing, they've been hailed as a good thing about the 48-team competition, which is not true. They actually would have qualified for a 32-team competition. And I think a lot of people maybe didn't watch any of them coming through qualification. They've become a really accomplished, solid, disciplined side under Bobista, who's one of the best coaches at the World Cup. So, yeah, this was a surprise. But you also have to look at Uruguay, where basically falling to pieces in the build-up to this competition, imploding with Bielsa more or less throwing a hand grenade into his own dressing room on the eve of the tournament. You know, everyone seems to hate him and his methods there. And then you've got Saudi Arabia, who changed their coach like 3 weeks before the tournament started. So, you know, they did have this opportunity coming into this group, and I didn't necessarily know they would manage to take it. I didn't think they would hold Spain. That was the real surprise. But I did think this kind of opened up for them.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's always difficult to find that balance between sort of being joyful for a team that you know haven't qualified for a World Cup before or have done well, but without patronising them. Do you know what I mean? To know how good these sides are. And I think when you haven't heard, when you have seen none of their football, it's quite easy well, it's quite hard to find that balance, I guess, Paul.
Yeah, it is, and I don't blame anyone for not necessarily watching Cape Verde's qualifier against Eswatini on a stream. You know, I admit I'm probably the one with the problem, but it was funny watching them come through qualification. They had Cameroon in their group, they had Angola in their group. They finished top of that group, and as I say, would have qualified for 32-team competition. But what you really saw was that this team were coming in to play, even their home games. They were coming in to play from all different places, none of them playing Cape Verde. So you had this team based all around Europe coming in together, and the team spirit they managed to whip up was really clear. They had this amazing sense of spirit about this squad. And I always thought they would be one of these teams that wouldn't really crack under the pressure of a World Cup. And they have very little to lose mentally because everyone just sees this as such a success. It's such a party that they're there. But I think they, at heart, knew they could get through this group.
What about DR Congo? Obviously play England next. That was their first ever win at a World Cup, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday against Uzbekistan. You know, Wish is playing incredibly well. What kind of, you know, there'll be people who haven't watched any of their games yet and will be like, who only watched the England games, will be like, what should they expect from DR Congo?
Well, it's really hard to know what to expect from DR Congo in a way, and especially from Wissa. So Wissa's a great example of this. In that game against Uzbekistan, he missed a couple of chances, and some of the misses were spectacular misses. They looked a bit like if I managed to make contact with the ball 12 yards out. It was sort of just way off. And then when he did come good, he turned the game around and the confidence flowed into him. But I think, in a way, England, everyone will be saying, we got lucky, it's not Senegal. I think that is the case. Senegal would have been a much more stern test. I think DR Congo is very much a winnable game. But what you're seeing with DR Congo is a team that is growing into this as they go along. So they had a really tough path to the tournament, full stop. They barely got out of the African playoffs. Then they got into the intercontinental playoffs. Then they had to come through those. So they've had a long, torturous run to get here. And all the way through, it's felt like they've not quite clicked, especially going forwards. They're fairly resilient, but they're not massively as good as they should be going forward. I just felt there was a sign that they've started to find a gear. And I think that is the worry for England. This is the best DR Congo have looked for some time under. And their coach also has a fantastic nickname. He's the florist, is his nickname, Sebastian de Sabre, because he was quite literally a florist when he started his coaching career. He had to sell flowers on the side. So. Yeah,
what a great there's a sort of formation. What formation are you going to put these flowers in?
Yeah.
Are you going to, are you going to have two big men, two sunflowers? Can you play a sunflower and a little
Tim Flowers, Danny Rose?
Okay, you can also go in that direction. There's so many options here, aren't there? Did either of you, I'm presuming it's the middle of the night, catch the Algeria-Austria game or seen any of the highlights? Because
is this the one that had to be a draw?
No. Well, a draw suited them.
Yes.
And you thought, are they going to play out a 0-0? And actually, it's good to lose because then you don't have to play Spain. And it actually was 3-3, Paul, and it was there's no. If they planned this, this is the greatest scripted thing ever.
Yeah.
If they planned this,
but they got in a really big budget scriptwriter, didn't they? Well, no, there was even more on this because of the fact that Austria is still haunted by the disgrace of Gijón. So in 1982 World Cup, where they lost 1-0 to West Germany, and during that game, it became clear that result was before the game they knew that result was going to send both of them through at the expense of Algeria, funnily enough. So that tournament was that game was so bad it made them play the final group game simultaneously. So going into this game there was already this pressure on, especially on Austria, to properly play this game and not to settle for a draw. And my God, no one settled for a draw until when it was 2-2. I got the sense they sort of were both fairly happy. And there's this moment where Riyad Mahrez scores the goal in the 93rd minute for Algeria. And actually his teammates are sort of looking at him slightly put out because that was going to send them. The weird is that was going to make them play Spain, right? So they suddenly have this moment where they're going to be playing Switzerland. They're going to now play Spain. And so when, I'm not saying they threw the 96th minute equaliser, they didn't at all. I think it's a totally normal goal from Austria. But actually, everyone was pretty happy with that because Austria then are saved. They have to play Spain, and Algeria suddenly have Switzerland in what is probably a much more winnable game, and also arguably the most difficult sell for the UK audience of any of the next round games, because it's, I think, 4 a.m. Switzerland versus Algeria.
Are you calling it last on match of the day? Are you saying that?
Well, yeah. I'm just thinking I have to explain quite a lot of the time to my wife why I'm up at watching games at 3 or 4 a.m. But I think this one is going to be a trickier explanation.
She's like, your wife is desperate that you're having an affair because it's more normal than watching a stream.
She can sell that to her friends, right?
Hey, Paul, are you busy? Because we're going to play the footballer game in a minute. We need someone to play it with. You don't have to. If you've got things to do, you can. We're going to have to have a break, and then do you know the footballer game? It's sort of
I don't. Am I going to embarrass myself?
No, you'll be great at it. I think.
I don't know.
It's right up your street.
It depends who the player is.
I am terrible. I am terrible at it, Paul. So you'll be absolutely.
But there's three. We're given three footballers. You would just hear their Wikipedia, basically appearances. Where they've played. Sometimes it just depends, but it's you'll enjoy it, and I really encourage the agony of the silence when none of us know. If you would like to play, we can have 4 players. So one listener can play against me and Charlie and Paul Watson. 03717 223344. If you'd like to play the footballer game, we will do that in just a second. Oh, let me read this out. Hang on. talkSPORT has commentary of every single game from the FIFA World Cup 2026. To celebrate, we're giving you the chance to win a tax-free £26,000 in cash. England England are through. It says it after a huge win last night. Who wrote this? Now it's your chance to be a winner too. Keep the winning feeling going by entering our £26,000 competition. Here is how, Charlie.
I don't think I have the piece of paper,
Okay,
do I? Do I have the
That's
piece of
right,
paper? I don't think I do.
I'll tell you.
Is it, do you have to call a number?
Visit
the text.
Let me read it. Visit talksportwin.com or text WIN to 83338 by 6 p.m. on the 20th of July 2026. Text costs £2.50 plus your standard network rate, or send your name and number by post to Comp1, PO Box 3190, Colchester CO2 8GP to arrive by midnight on 23rd of July 2026. 18 plus UK residents only. For your chance to win, text WIN to 83338 now. It's a network promotion. Full T's and C's at talksportwin.com. I'm sad I had to read it and not you,
had to do that.
frankly. Footballer Game is next.
Listen, I love him, and people have asked me would I take him at Arsenal 100%. But you look at the last two seasons, Real Madrid, and then you look at the last two seasons for PSG, the two Champions Leagues. They were chasing the Champions League for so long. He moves out, they win back to back. It just doesn't look well. On Mbappe, does it?
You could say that he's responsible for that, but in the meantime, when you see what Luis Enrique, the Paris Saint-Germain manager, has changed, the way the team has changed, the unity, everybody is playing for each other, they're fighting for each other, on the pitch. And that's why, in every team they have met, they're beating because of that. They have the quality, but they show, real mentality, unity all together, the togetherness, But Kylian Mbappe, I think I won't be the guy who will say that he's the one or responsible for the mess at Madrid. I think if you have Mbappe in your team, you are in a good position to win something. Yeah. It depends as well of other players. The ego of players, in Madrid is so huge and devastating. In the dressing room.
Is he the best player on the planet?
Actually,
yeah.
I won't say that. He's one of them.
Who is?
This season, or you're saying
right now? If you're going to maybe write a list of your top 5 players, who would be number 1 best player in the world right now?
I really love Olise. He's been amazing for Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
And the way he entered into the national team without any
Gaz says, I love Paul Watson. What a hero. It is Max and Charlie with you till 1. We're about to play the footballer game with Paul Watson from the Sweeper Pod and Gary, the Liverpool fan in Oxfordshire. Hey, Gary.
Hey, Gary.
How you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks, Gary.
Good. Are you good at the footballer game, Gary?
Only time will tell.
Oh, that's
Only
true.
time
That is
will
true.
tell. Okay,
That's the answer to anything.
He's humble, isn't he? He is humble, Charlie, and that is good, with this game can
I
really
just say
help.
before we play the footballer game, I'm just looking at the R Congo squad, and it's really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Not easy game.
Scouting report.
Full of. No, I'll tell you why it's good. Full of players I recognise their names, which for me.
That's a pretty advanced step.
Pretty big step. They also have a player called Charlie Pickle, which is nice, isn't it?
For Charlie, Paul,
nice name for a little dog.
That was actually quite forensic analysis for Charlie. Reese joins us. Hey, Reese.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Nearly good afternoon.
9 minutes
out of 10.
We'll go for a solid 6. Why not?
Oh, right,
okay, so Paul, if you think you know the answer, just shout. There's no courtesy here. Just shout if you think you know. Gary, you happy with that, Gary?
Yep, same as, all good.
Oh, thank you, Gary.
Same as, all good. Okay, okay. Here we go then.
Only time will tell.
Please.
Our first footballer began his career at Barcelona's C team in the 2003-4 season, where he scored 5 goals in 10 games. This got him a move to the Barcelona B team, where he scored 6 goals in 22 games in 2004-5.
Pep Guardiola.
No, he moved on to play for FC Barcelona's first team between 2004 and 2021, scoring 474 goals in 520 games.
Lionel Messi.
It is Lionel Messi.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
That's awful. That is embarrassing.
Well done, Gary.
It's the algorithm, guys. I don't choose this. It's the algorithm.
That was awful. Even I could have got that.
You
Well,
could
you didn't get it.
You absolutely could.
You said Pepe.
I know, I
said
just
someone
said
who played for
names.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah.
Scored barely any goals.
Yeah,
So, there we go.
bad.
But you said, look, better than me. I didn't say anything. I was thinking, who did that?
Just have to
Loads of
guess.
goals, isn't it? Okay, so Gary 1, Max 0, Charlie 0,
And I
Paul
saw Messi
0.
play for Barcelona as well.
Yeah, but you didn't know. It could have been Pepe. It could have been. 400 goals for Barcelona. I don't remember that bit of Pepe's career. But, there we go. Here we go. Player 2.
Our second footballer began his career at Servette in 2002-3, where he scored 3 goals in 26 games before moving to the current reigning and defending Premier League champions Arsenal in 2003, where he stayed until 2010, scoring 4 goals in 64.
Granit Xhaka?
No, being sent out on loan twice.
Philip Senderos.
It is Philip Senderos.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Gary's unbelievable. Only time will tell. Boom.
Time's told.
Philip Senderos.
He's the only one we can't
Gary.
see, is all I'll say.
Gary, listen, Gary. We can't see that. They can't be cheating. You can't accuse him of cheating. But just so you know, Gary, we need to pad this out for 4 minutes, this feature. So if you could just take the time
Gary's doing
on the
well.
next guess, that would be useful.
Yeah, I'll have a rest.
Wow, look at this. Could be a hat-trick for Gary. This is amazing. This is going to be the best. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you've had an amazing. If I got these 3, if I just phoned up a radio station and got 3 out of 3, I'd put it up there with the greatest moments in my life. Are we close, Gary, or have you led? Carry on.
It's up there. It's up there.
It's up there. It's up there. Okay.
He's sat there right now next to Philip Senderos, isn't he? He's got Philip Senderos on his left.
Philip Senderos is
in the back.
Googling football.
Here we go. Player
Unless
3.
he's in Tesco's car park.
Oh, he's in Tesco's. Oh, that's nice. Which Tesco's?
Okay. Which Tesco's? Oh, good question.
Well, he's
Which
in Oxfordshire.
are we?
Might be
Banbury,
mine.
Oxfordshire.
Banbury, North Oxfordshire.
Banbury
right, sure.
Tesco's. Okay, good stuff. Okay. There'll be fans. You shouldn't tell people where you are because there'll be people just knocking at the window. Are you that Gary?
Gary?
You've got 2 in the footballer game. Let me hear the last one. Here we go.
Reception when I go in.
Oh, right, yeah.
Exactly. They'll stop. They'll open the shop just for you. Everyone out. Gary's coming in. Here we go, guys. Player 3.
Our final footballer began his career at Dundee United in 1990, staying until 1996, scoring 18 goals in 143 games, before moving to Derby County between 96 and 98, scoring 4 in 67. This earned him a move to Blackburn
Kevin
Rovers.
Gallagher.
Nope, where he stayed between 98 and 01, scoring 4 in 70, before moving to West Ham United in 2001, staying until 2008, scoring 3 in 158. He also spent time out on loan at Southampton in 2007, where he did not score in any of his 11 appearances. He was back to Scotland with Rangers for the 08-09 season, where he scored twice in 21, before returning to England with Charlton Athletic between 2009 and 2011, scoring once in 76 games.
A long career, isn't it? Really long career.
It is. He moved to Portsmouth in 2011, where he played once and didn't score, before finishing his career in 2012 at Southend United, playing 3 times and not scoring.
Anton... No, it's not.
No.
Anthony Namie.
No. No, not... No.
Not a clue.
He's 28.
Dundee United. Come on, Gary. This is your moment. Dundee United.
Dundee United.
Derby County.
Charlton, Portsmouth.
Between
Then he went
1997 and 2008, he got 67 caps and 6 goals for Scotland.
Blackburn. And it's not Kevin Gallagher.
It's not Kevin Gallagher, no.
Come on, guys. This is embarrassing.
What was his Scotland stats?
Paul, you should know this.
6 goals in 67 games.
This is embarrassing. Is it Pepe?
He was once voted Millwall. He got Millwall Player of the Season despite playing for West Ham.
Pepe.
No.
Oh, Christian Daly.
It is Christian Daly.
Bad luck, Paul. Just said it after, Max.
Of course it was. Oh, yeah.
Shout.
Very good.
Thanks, Gary. And coming from you, Gary, a player of your quality.
You get a shout.
means
Getting
a
a
lot.
shout is like
That means
a Paul Hollywood handshake.
Class from a Philip Senderos guesser. I appreciate that. Thank you, Gary. Have a good time.
Brilliant,
This
Gary. Well
text
done.
says probably a security and
Cheers, all the
bouncers
best, boys.
outside Banbury Tesco's. Ask him. Thank you so much, Gary. Well played. Cheers, Paul. Thanks for hanging on.
Paul.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Problem we had was none of them played for like a very tiny country. Otherwise, Paul would have got them.
Yeah. Paul did say he
played for the Seychelles up front.
He said, if we get Guam Shipyard or Thimphu City as one of the clubs, I'll be all over it, he said. There we go. So Gary 2, Max 1, Charlie 0, Paul 0. But that is the footballer game. It's good fun. Marcus Speller will join us. Oh, are we doing the Marcus Spelling bit? I think I played this with I played this with the Guardian Football Weekly production team. Really enjoyed it. Played it with Mark Langdon. Mark Langdon really loved this game. So yeah, it's good. It's good. I didn't need them to prove it was good, but I was having thoughts, and now I really like it. Marcus Speller joins us in just a second. It's Max and Charlie here on the warm up till 1.
What have you made of Stevie Clarke? He's come under the spotlight for how he's handled the journalists. He's come under the spotlight how he's set up Scotland, certainly in the second game as well. And some people have even questioned why he's had his term there extended before this World Cup. What do you make of that?
Well, Stevie Clarke, I played against him, and I know him, and he's not a Jose, you know. He's a very quiet guy, to be honest. And you have to look at what he's achieved as Scotland manager. It's brilliant, absolutely up there with the best. So. You know, people have got to realise in the press, I know the press getting on this, you know, this storm of the fans and the Tartan Army and we party and all that, but the press have got to realise, you know, where our players play, who they play for in the big league and the World League. And we've done well to get there. We could have qualified, and I don't think we will. I think Steve Clarke's been frank and he's been honest. And I think he's right. There's too many permutations against us. Which is going to, again, we're going to be crying losers, you know, oh, if only. I had it in 82. You know, we should have beaten Russia in the final game. We drew 2-2 because we conceded 2 goals against New Zealand, first game, 15th of June. So we knew it was going to be tough. And that was a side with Souness, Hansen, Dalglish, Strachan, etc. You know, it was a John Robertson. Great side. It's not easy when you get the big league. And, you know, the final stages, and I'm afraid we're just going to be, once again, we're just going to fall short. But it's a shame because the punters are brilliant. But I think the press have got to look at them.
It's 2010, and the Goalkeepers Union is up in arms. Why? This thing, the Jabulani, perhaps the most famous World Cup match ball for moving, it seemed, in 3 directions at once. But that wasn't the first match ball row, not by a long shot. In 1930, the World Cup final began with a fight, not between the players, but about the ball. Argentina brought theirs, and Uruguay brought theirs, and when neither backed down, they played 45 minutes with each. Uruguay, with the T model, came out on top. This was the era when balls were heavy. They were classics, sure, but they could double in weight during a thunderstorm. Before we go on, I will tell you that the 1962 ball was called Mr. Crack, a ball that was so heavy when wet, several European teams refused to use it. Instead, the 1958 Top Star was used, most famously for the quarter-final between Czechoslovakia and Hungary. By 66, we had the Slazenger Challenge. Because people watched They Think It's All Over in black and white, we forget the ball was actually bright orange or red, whatever that colour is. But it looked like a floating smudge to people at home. The World Cup match ball needed a makeover. Enter the Telstar. 32 black and white panels. It was stylish, it was modern, and it meant goalkeepers could finally see the thing that was about to ruin their afternoon. It was also the start of an Adidas monopoly. 1986 was the dawn of a new age. The Azteca was the first fully synthetic ball, meaning it didn't soak up water. Recently, though, things have got weird. 2002 gave us the Fever Nova, basically a high-tech frisbee. And then, of course, the Jabulani. Today, the balls have internal sensors that tell the VAR room if someone breathed on it. We've come a long way. But the ball's not the main thing, is it, FIFA? It's just a ball.
Good afternoon. It is the warm-up on talkSPORT. Max and Charlie with you till... Have I been whispering too much, Charlie, today? Or what's the volume been like?
Someone complained?
Someone's complained. There's been no knocks at the door. But I was
it's midday now.
Volume.
Let's push it into the afternoon.
Okay.
4 bits.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I've got my hot Barocca, so you know.
Oh yeah.
Energy's real here in Los Angeles. It's midday in the UK. It's 4 a.m. in Los Angeles, and we've got an hour left of this program. And I've got a hot Barocca, and time now for Duracell's Extra Mile. We're going to pick players who we think went the extra mile.
Oh yeah.
Duracell's Extra Mile on talkSPORT. Different, better, unstoppable.
Put a spell on you.
Yeah.
Knock a speller on you.
Here he is. You're mine.
Welcome, Marcus Speller from the Football Ramble. How are you?
Hello, chaps. Very well. You?
Yeah, very well.
Yeah. Good, thank you.
High off the back of an England win.
What do you make of that? What do you make of that yesterday?
We did it. We're through. We topped the group. Let's move on.
Loving it. Loving the World Cup.
Yeah. I mean, look, you can overanalyze these things. I mean, I guess that's part of our job, isn't it? I was sort of thinking, if we just scored those goals in the 15th and the 25th minute and it'd been exactly the same game, we would be feeling totally different about this because we wouldn't have had that hour of kind of, ooh, that was the sort of general vibe. But it was a kind of, ooh, hour, I thought, Marcus.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I look, England have topped the group. We're all happy about that. Jude Bellingham is an absolute Rolls Royce of a footballer. This week we knew, and if people didn't know that, they've heavily suspected it. He is crucial. The fullback situation, I feel, is going to run and run. As long as we're in the tournament, defence looks a little shaky, but England. Tuchel said the bigger the game, the bigger we're going to be. So I am inclined to believe Mr. Tuchel, and I think England are going to grow into the tournament. That is my hope.
That's all we can do, isn't it? That's all we can is believe him and hope. Travel in hope.
travel in hope. Well, I mean, we could get smaller as the games get bigger, and then
really
go under the
really
radar.
go into our shell.
it is. But the right back thing's interesting. I mean, I was interested that he picked Spence over. He picked Quansah over Spence yesterday, and obviously we don't know how fit all the players are, and maybe he was thinking, we need to save Jed Spence now because that's who we've got at right back, and because he's a better right back than Quansah, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, this was the area of the pitch where people were concerned about. I think when he announced his squad. I mean, Nico O'Reilly just can't get an injury, please, for crying out loud. But the cover he had at right back, I mean, to be honest with you, who else would he have picked? He clearly doesn't rate Trent Alexander-Arnold for the system that he picks. So people going on about Trent, that was abundantly clear. Ben White got an injury. It's pretty slim pickings after that. I think we were so used to having three very, very good or top quality fullbacks for so long at England that now we're a bit like, who's going to play right back? It's almost a bit like the last Euros. It was like, who's going to partner Declan Rice in midfield this game? Is it going to be Trent? Is it going to be Conor Gallagher? Is it going to be Kobbie Mainoo? And it feels like, yes, the right back slot is up for grabs.
Didn't we have about 9 right backs at one
Yeah,
point?
there was a
Weren't we like there was a time we had a whole
Indeed.
team of right backs?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, Trippier, Walker, James was there. Aaron Wan-Bissaka just, I'll play for DR Congo then, And look, hey, we know he's going to play for them in the next round. He may have the last laugh. Who knows? But with the right back situation, I don't know. I mean, I wonder if he actually, at some point, he puts Ezri Konsa there and puts John Stones in the centre of the pitch.
I play Stones.
The percent of them, yeah. Or maybe does he just go, you know what? Let's play a back three. Let's just kill this conversation then. I don't know. We shall see. But I suspect it'll be Jed Spence at right back.
Do you know what? The last 32, it's fun when you get, you get your brackets, you get them all together, you look at it, you go, there are some really good games in there. And then you start looking ahead and you go, okay, Germany, Paraguay, you think Germany have got that. France, Sweden, you think France have got that. Sweden could, I guess, turn it on. And then you've got Germany, France, last 16. That is enormous, Marcus.
Oh, it's huge, yeah. I want everybody to knock each other out, and then England just sort of, just stroll to the final in some weird sort of, happening. But yeah, France. I mean, one thing that's surprising is that of all the teams that have gone through, which are, most of the teams at this World Cup,
teams, yeah. We've lost one. One's been knocked out.
We've got, and it was Scotland, of course. We have got some tasty time. I mean, it is remarkable that there's is it 72 games so far in this tournament? It's in the 70s, definitely. I think it's 72. Forgive me if that's slightly wrong. The previous World Cup, 64 games in total. So we've already had more than the previous World Cup, and we haven't even got to the knockouts yet. But there are some tasty games there. You're right, Max. And then when you start to look ahead to potential last 16 ties, yes, indeed, that is quite something. So I mean, even like Brazil-Japan tomorrow. That is
so hard to call that.
You'd think that would be a quarter-final clash, but no, last 32.
So you got Brazil. That's England's little bit. Is England, DR Congo. Winners will play Mexico, Ecuador, the altitude derby. So that's that. And that game is at the Azteca. Yeah. And then the next game is also there, which means if England win, they go and play at altitude against somebody who's really good at playing high up. And I was chatting to Mark Langdon.
Sure, Max. I thought the quarterfinal was in Miami. England would.
So again, no, that's the last 16. Last 16 will be in Mexico. So if we beat Congo, last 16.
Oh, I see what you mean. Forgive me.
Yeah, it's in Mexico. Now here's how you do altitude. There are 2 ways to do it. Mark Langdon was telling me. You either get there really early, weeks before, and chew on coca leaves, or you fly in. It's almost like you land as the game's kicking off, right? You get changed on the sideline, and you play, and before altitude's had a chance to even know you're there. You're in the quarterfinal. That's how we have to do it. If we're getting ahead of ourselves here, but if we play Ecuador or Mexico in Mexico, that's how we do it, boys.
Interesting. I mean, having been to the Azteca myself, I know at walking pace I was totally fine.
Yeah,
and I'm not an athlete, so I'm thinking you add up, athlete and run. I think they'll be okay if indeed England are there. I never like to assume anything.
I thought you were going to say a different word beginning with F, and I thought that was interesting.
That would be terribly unprofessional of me. Yeah, it may be past the watershed where you are, but it isn't here.
I don't know what time it is anymore or what day it is. So is it, and I suppose one thing for England is it's only, only France and Argentina so far, Marcus, that you go, they're winning the World Cup. Yeah. No one else has gone, they're winning the World Cup.
Yeah, I would agree with that. France and Argentina are the 2 standout teams. And I think if anybody thought Argentina if you could somehow take Messi out of the game. No, they're a battle-hardened bunch. They are. They know what they're doing, and they do have Lionel Messi, who incredibly is still the best player in the world. The only other side that I would worry if indeed England were to progress and get them, I think Vinicius Junior would look at our right back situation and go, "Lovely old job."
I'll have a good look at that.
That would concern me if indeed England get there. I do stress if, because nothing is assumed when it comes to the England football team. But I think Brazil under Ancelotti, I could just see them a bit like, I think Ancelotti wants to turn them into Real Madrid 23-24, where they somehow get to the Champions League final and then they win it, and you think,
how did they do that? Yeah,
Ancelotti factor, yeah. So, but I agree, France and Argentina are the two teams that have led the way so far in this tournament.
Can Kobbie Mainoo play right back?
That's a great
Can
question.
he?
No.
Yeah, I'd like to see him at some point this summer. I think he's a very good player, but right back, I mean, we are struggling if Kobbie Mainoo's there.
Will says, I once chewed on coca leaves when going up Machu Picchu. My heart rate that night was triple. So that's good.
Yeah,
is that good? Is it good if your heart rate
allowed?
run faster?
Are you allowed to do that?
It is allowed, yeah. You were not allowed to transport coca leaves across borders for obvious suspicious reasons. I don't know if that rule is still in place. But having done the Inca Trail myself, I actually didn't go for the coca leaves. I didn't particularly care for the taste. And I survived to tell the tale.
He's been around, hasn't he? Marcus, Max, done the Inca Trail.
Who hasn't been up Machu Picchu, Charlie? Come on, get with the program here.
Which man from Surrey has not been up Machu Picchu? Yeah,
tasted a bit of garden. Did the coca leaves? You're right. Be annoying if we lost a right back because they tried to, get some coca leaves across the border when we go to Mexico, and suddenly we've lost.
It really would be.
That's not how to lose Quancha, guys. Come on, let's not do that. I mean, Brazil would be our quarter. If England and Brazil both progress, that's your quarter final. So if the favourites go through, you've got Argentina in one, and they would play probably Colombia. That's one quarter final. If we're saying favourites, Argentina, Colombia, England, Brazil, Belgium, Spain, and France. Who's favourites out of Netherlands, Morocco? Marcus, who's your favourite?
Yeah, it's a really good question. That I think that's one of the hardest ones to call. I might just say I think Netherlands maybe just for me, but I appreciate people would disagree with that.
I think a good team, Netherlands. I quite fancy them.
I think Brian Brobby has given.
I don't make us favourites against Mexico.
Do not.
I don't make us favourites against Mexico.
Is that because of the home advantage?
Because of the home advantage, and they're a good team, and I just think the home advantage does a lot of work for them.
Well, indeed, yeah. I think people looking at the record that Mexico have at the Azteca, and it's impressive. But I do remind people that they play in the CONCACAF qualifying. They don't play in CONMEBOL, so they play in the sort of Central North American one. And England, look, as I say, we're going on favourites here before anybody accuses us of being arrogant England fans. So England are expected to beat Dr. Congo. I think, it would be a surprise. And if England did find themselves in a game against Mexico, who have got to get past Ecuador, who are no mugs, I totally take the points. But England are a better team than Mexico. So they would be expected to win that game. So let's hope it is England in that match, and maybe because I think Ecuador might be slightly better than Mexico, if I'm honest with you.
I think Ecuador. Well, few people start courses didn't start the tournament well, but have pushed on. Did you? The Colombia-Portugal game was brilliant. It was a 0-0, but it was a
how did it end 0-0? I have so many chances.
It was also, sorry, Marcus, Colombia didn't need to win, and yet they were absolutely hammer and tongs until the 95th minute.
Yeah. This Colombia side at this World Cup are playing in the way that we want England to play, I think. Just go for it. Every game. Don't pace yourselves, just for crying out loud. Yeah,
they've been on the coca leaves.
Oh, yeah. I wonder where you were going with that. Yes. I think they've been good. They beat Uzbekistan, obviously, and then they beat DR Congo 1-0. Should have been about 2 or 3-0. They're a force. You've got Daniel Munoz, who just sort of ghosts in at the back post. No, he's very much an invisible footballer half the time. But James Rodriguez is looking fresh, and he's looking
so
at the race.
Good, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. And also they've got great support as well. You see the amount of yellow Colombian shirts all around the stadium. I think Colombia, if they do get through their game against Ghana and Argentina go through, you would expect Argentina to beat them, but that'd be a lovely all South American affair in the last 16 should it happen.
Were you suggesting Well, that would be a quarter-final. So Colombia, Ghana play the winners of Switzerland, Algeria.
Oh, blimey. Get way ahead of myself.
If Argentina beat Cape Verde, they will play the winners of Australia, Egypt, which is not a bad draw for the Socceroos, who sort of looked good and bad in this tournament. I wanted to ask about Portugal, Marcus, and the obligatory... What are they going to... They can't even take him off. Like, they can't... Like, it's just because the whole point is like he can finish, and he scored those goals against Uzbekistan, and like the commentary teams here just went insane. They didn't. No one at no point went, it is Uzbekistan. They were just like, oh my god, the greatest footballer ever. And he doesn't stretch the play, right? That's the issue, right? He can't press, fine, but it means that midfield, which is so brilliant, Portugal's midfield is unbelievable. Yeah. They don't have any space to play.
No, I agree. For me, Cristiano Ronaldo right now in his career, look, it's so frustrating with this Ronaldo business, because you want to say one of the greatest players we've ever seen, talk about all these great moments, but his attitude and this ludicrous circus and business that surrounds him gets in the way of us saying that. So we have to have these conversations. To me, he is a perfect impact sub for Portugal. Yeah. So if you think about the opposition defence, I mean, one of the DR Congo players said it after the first game. He was like, did you have a plan for Ronaldo? He went, no. Why would we? He's just a bit older and all that kind of stuff. If you are an opposition defender and you're hanging on in there against Portugal, or the game's nicely poised, and suddenly you look over and you go, oh, they're bringing on Cristiano Ronaldo for the last 15 minutes. Oh, that's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's where the fear factor is. Yeah. And if Ronaldo comes on, he is great at finishing. We know that. He will be great at finishing, like getting on the end of stuff into his 70s, for crying out loud. He can head the ball. He can finish all the rest of it. That's that part of the game where you need a bit of chaos, you need a bit of something. That's where to me, that's where he would be great. But starting him, as you say, he can't pressing, stretch the defense, all that kind of stuff. If Portugal need a goal and they want to break the deadlock or get back into the game, for me, he would be a perfect guy to bring on in the last sort of 10, 15 minutes. But Roberto Martinez and Cristiano Ronaldo and whoever else is making the decisions can't see it for some reason.
Yeah, them versus Croatia is interesting, isn't it? Very hard to know. Lots of old people. Anyway, Marcus Spellersworth, we'll play the spelling bee in just a second, but that was Duracell's Extra Mile.
Duracell's Extra Mile on talkSPORT. Different, better, unstoppable.
Bentley has been terrified all week about the Ghanaian witch doctor he slagged off.
No, he did not.
Supposedly putting a curse on Harry Kane and England's number 9, subsequently missing a sitter. Now, thankfully, the witch doctor, of course, lifted the curse.
It's funny.
Now, there was a report in The Sun that you, Emmanuel, were cursed by a witch doctor.
It's Senegal.
Ignored it
2002.
And got injured.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, before the World Cup in 2002, no, after the World Cup, actually, because we went out very quickly, during the World Cup in Asia. And when I came back, I was in holidays in south of France, and I had a friend, he was selling watches, on the beach, and he was expecting me. He was waiting for me for days. And then when he saw me, he came to me straight away and he said, I'm so happy to see you because I have something important to tell you. And I said, what is it? And he said, you have to be very careful because you have, how can I say that?
Curse?
A curse, yeah, on you. And you have to follow exactly what I'm going to tell you. And I said, what is it? He said, you have to go in Africa and you have to buy a cow and you have to kill it. And you have to follow.
Bit detailed and extreme, that one.
Yeah, but I said, listen, I understand and I really appreciate that. But this is your traditions and I'm not into it. So I won't do it. And 6 months later, I had to stop. But is it coincidental link? I won't say that,
Oh, so what happened to you? You got injured?
Yeah. And
they
cut my leg in 2 parts, so I had to stop playing football.
Did you get injured kicking a cow?
No.
Good afternoon. You're listening to talkSPORT. Max Rushton and Charlie Baker with you until 1 this afternoon. Marcus Speller from the Football Rumble joins us, where we've done lots of World Cup stuff, so it's now time to do the Marcus Spelling Bee. And the way it works is it's me and Marcus work together, or Charlie and Marcus work together to spell footballers that the other person brings in. Or does Marcus do it as well? Does Marcus always spelling?
Yes, Marcus is always spelling because he is the
Marcus,
speller.
You're always spelling. Yeah. Have you? I played it in the flat with.
Oh, very nice.
The Football Weekly lot, Marcus, and they really enjoyed it. I just wonder if you've enjoyed the game so much you've played it with any of your friends.
No, because I want to keep this special between us three.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, that's very
nice.
sweet.
I feel like you said that before.
Charlie, Charlie, do you want to start?
Okay, we got him. Good. I will start. Yes. Is there music for this? Is there music for spell? Yes, there is. There's a Nat King Cole bed somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know if we've got it, but anyway.
Okay, fine.
We'll carry on. Here we go.
Yeah, let's find any old music. Come on, stick any old music underneath it. Something calm.
Apparently.
Something calm.
Okay, we'll start. It sounds rock and roll in the flat, Max. By the way,
yeah, it's good stuff.
Like the Rolling Stones in the '60s, there playing the spelling bee with your pals.
I go to the gym and go to bed.
Yeah,
I'm doing this like a health retreat.
Here we go. Charles Pickle plays for DR Congo.
Okay. Do you want to start, Marcus?
Started with an easy one.
Well, I'll go for C.
H.
A.
R.
L.
E.
S.
Yes.
P. Can you say surname again? Sorry, Charlie.
I've said it. I've said it already.
Oh, right.
Just say
like that, is it? Like that, is it? Remember, I'm also a teammate of yours.
Yeah, that's true. Charles Pickle.
Pickle. Okay. So, am I starting with the surname? Sorry.
No, I said P.
Oh, you said P. Pickle. I.
Okay. Here's the pressure.
Yeah.
I'll go C.
I'll go C as well.
Oh, it's a K. It's a K.
Oh no!
Pickle. Charles Pickle.
I thought that was the problem. I thought I was going to have the pressure with the
P-I-C-K-E-L.
Okay, you can overthink these things, like Pep Guardiola famously.
No points. No points.
The spelling bee. Okay. I just want to. I want you guys to get a point. It's not about winning. Is it about winning? Okay. I'm going to go for former Cambridge United, the twin brother of Alan Kimball, Gary Kimball. Who played a bit for Cambridge United back in the day. Gary Kimball.
Oh, he's not World Cup footballers, you know.
Well, no, I don't think he played at the World Cup, but I've gone Gary Kimball.
I'm just doing World Cup football. I thought that was part of it. Okay. Gary Kimball.
Yeah.
Marcus, kick us off.
I'll go for a G.
A.
R.
Y.
That's a double R, Gary. Again.
No!
Oh, you're joking.
No way.
Everyone knows Gary Kimball's a double R. Okay,
that was a trick one, wasn't it?
What a trick. So if you know Gary Kimball, it's not.
Plays for DR Congo. Aaron Chibola.
Oh,
okay.
Aaron, I'm saying it. Listen to how I'm saying it. Chibola.
Oh.
Okay. Chibola. Aaron Chibola.
Oh, okay. I think I'm with you.
Okay, I'm not helping. I'm helping a bit.
Okay.
That's very kind.
A.
A.
Yeah.
R.
O.
N.
Excellent.
Now, I think you've helped us there. I think this could be what was the South African guy's name? Chabalala. I think this is a T. Am I right?
C.
It's a T-S-H. I'm afraid it's Chibola. T-S-H-I-B-O-L-A.
Okay.
There we are.
Here we go. Portuguese winger.
Here we go.
Francisco.
Chibola's name. Chibola's name. Sorry, Max.
That's okay.
Francisco
Conceição.
That's too hard. F.
R.
A.
N.
C.
I.
S.
C.
O.
Yep.
What's the name, Max? What's the name?
Conceição.
Conceição.
So I've gone.
Is it like Gerald? Is it like Jarell Quansah, which is different? It's not. Yeah, Conceição.
No, it's definitely a C to begin with.
Okay. O.
Is that right, Max? Yeah. Okay.
No, if no one says anything, then it's correct.
Sure, yeah.
O.
N.
Now, is it a C with a thing on it or an S? C.
E.
C.
No.
It's an I, isn't
it? C with a cedilla. I think A with a accent, a grave accent, maybe an O. But I would have taken it without the accent. Okay. So still 0-0.
Playing for DR Congo on Wednesday. Nagalayel Mukam. Nagalayel Mukam.
Ah, man.
Nagalayel Mukam.
Can I start?
Yeah.
I'll have Nagal, did you say?
Nagalayem Mukam.
I'll go for an N. Right,
G.
Okay. Nagal. A.
L.
We happy with it? I think that's the first name, is it? Nagal.
Nagalayel.
Oh, right, okay. I said Nagal. I-L. I've got to go I then.
No, it's an A, I'm afraid. There we are. 0-0. 0-0.
Still 0-0.
Makes me question whether I've even been watching the World Cup.
Exactly. That's 3 players that England are going to be playing on Wednesday. You couldn't spell any of them.
Can we do this again on Thursday morning?
I'm going to go for this is the Uzbek third goalkeeper.
Oh, I went first.
No.
Sorry, I apologize.
Uzbek third goalkeeper.
Oh, come on.
Botirali Ergashev.
Botirali
Ergashev.
Botirali Ergashev. B.
O.
T.
O. T. I.
R.
A.
L.
They're not a very Y bunch. They're more of an I. Is that right?
We're in. You.
Come on.
Oh, Ergashev.
Oh, no.
It's not an E.
It's an E.
What a game. I think it might be more fun to play than listen to. I don't know. I don't know.
It's really fun to play. Is it fun to listen to? 81089. Match Rushton. Let us know. Cheers, Marcus.
It's more of a player's game.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. Thanks.
Thanks so much. Marcus Ramble there. Marcus Speller from the Football Ramble there. It's Max and Charlie with you until 1. We'll talk to Mark Bircham, former Canada midfielder, in just a second. And Mark Bircham will join us and we'll talk about their game against South Africa.
Manchester City have agreed a £116 million deal to sign Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest. The fee, as you might have guessed, is the most ever paid for a British player and represents a new record for Manchester City. He's 23, Anderson, and has now been given permission to undertake a medical right here in New York today, with the deal subject to the finalising of personal terms. You would think that will get done quick style. Alex, Elliot Anderson, this is a remarkable rise, isn't it?
Certainly is, when you think that he went from Newcastle to Forest for a relatively modest sum. I know Eddie Howe at the time didn't particularly want to cash in, but obviously they had issues with PSR.
Yep.
It's interesting, the figures. City side are saying 116 million. Forest side are saying actually it's nearer to 130 million. Either way, it's a record, as you say, for a British player, potentially a Premier League record fee, eclipsing what Liverpool paid for Alexander Isak this time last year. I was speaking to a couple of ex-players at the darts last night, and we were pondering, if Elliot Anderson is really a £130 million player, how much would someone like Paul Scholes be worth in the current market? I think he's a terrific player, Elliot Anderson. I'm not sure he's a £130 million player.
Well, sure. He joined Forest, as Alex says, from Newcastle in a £35 million deal in 2023. So, not so long after that, we've now arrived at 116 million.
Well, brilliant business for Forest. If I'm going to my chairman and I'm going to buy him, let's say, I've got my Manchester City head on, and the figure's up near 130 million, I would be very uncomfortable paying that sort of money for him. I think he's got a lot of potential in front of him. As he stands at the moment, he's a very good player. Top quality, world class, 130 million, I'd be nervous, especially when you see, and it's no relevance whatsoever, but it'd be in the back of my mind, Calvin Phillips come.
Good afternoon, Max Rush and Charlie Baker here on the warm-up. A bit of reaction to Marcus Spellingby.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, lads. Another game I don't understand, just what I needed. I have no idea why I listen and watch your nonsense, but I do,
Okay.
Aaron says. Normally I'm all for new game show moments with you two on air, but not this one. Please, no more. I remember when you used to have good game ideas, says
that's
this.
a shame.
Steve says, plumbing the depths of awful radio here. Dreadful to hear a rubbish spelling bee of crap players. Get off.
Wow.
It's a great listen. There's this one.
Okay.
Like England-Ghana was a great watch. Do you have real jobs?
Okay. We won't do it again. That's it.
No, I don't know. Jerry says that was as much fun to listen to as a dentist saying we probably won't need a general anaesthetic.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Anyway, time now. What is it? Time now is for today's So Good moment of the day with Meantime.
Good, yes.
The So Good moment of the day on talkSPORT with Meantime. talkSPORT have teamed up with Meantime to create So Good lager for the World Cup. Available now at all O'Neill's pubs and some of the best sports bars in the UK. 18 plus, always drink responsibly.
Do you know what it is? I don't know, but I like Lionel. What, do we pick one, or is there one that they tell us?
You can pick one.
I like Lionel Messi's free kick. Although it wasn't his best free kick, it still went in.
It's so good.
And I thought the keeper should have done better, but still, great to see the little man come on and score.
I'm picking Johan Wissa's the second goal, the goal in injury time that meant the Congo just went, we know we've won.
Yeah,
such a brilliant finish, a brilliant moment. So that is my moment of the day. And that was the moment of the day. So good moment of the day.
So good.
That Meantime, talkSPORT have teamed up with Meantime to create So Good lager. I'll have a pint of talkSPORT, please, for the World Cup. Available now. O'Neill's pubs, some of the best sports bars in the UK. 18 plus. Always drink responsibly.
The So Good moment of the day on talkSPORT with Meantime. talkSPORT have teamed up with Meantime to create So Good lager for the World Cup. Available now at all O'Neill's pubs and some of the best sports bars in the UK. 18 plus, always drink responsibly.
So I raced through that, Charlie.
Yes.
Because we were getting to Mark Bircham, former
Mark
Canada
Bircham,
midfielder. We were like, I was picking all my favourite. Who's your favourite Canadian? And mine is probably Carlo Corazin, Cambridge United. Him and Steve Butler up front was, honestly, everyone will remember that partnership.
Joni
Absolutely
Mitchell's
glorious.
Mine, but I don't think did she play up front for Cambridge? I can't remember.
She didn't. Who was the guy in Due South? It's one of those. I would say my favourite Canadian is Carlo Corazin, and then the guy from Due South, who may not have been. He may not have been a Canadian. I don't have the
exact. I wonder if he was just acting Canadian.
So Canada, South Africa is, if you look at, I think for both of those teams, they'd be like, this is a good draw.
It's opportunity, isn't it? Really good opportunity.
Yeah. So look, we'll talk to Mark about that in just a second. Before that, Will Hobbs is at Trent Bridge watching the cricket. How's it going along, Will?
Yeah, Max, no wickets in the first hour and 38 minutes for England, despite coming close on a number of occasions on a pitch. There's plenty to say on day 4, plenty of surprises. For New Zealand, Daryl Mitchell's determination has been admirable. Given out LBW to Archer in the second over of the day on 28, he was saved on review. He's grafted his way to 46 after nasty blows on the hand and the forearm. Ben Stokes, as you'd expect with the series right on the line, bowled non-stop for the first hour and a quarter. He came very close to nicking off both batters, but both are still there. Rachin Ravindra has played and missed a few times, but he's also hit some exquisite boundaries as well. So Ravindra's still there on 82, Mitchell there with him on 46. England still a long way behind the game. New Zealand leading comfortably. They're 163 for 3. The lead is 247 with 7 wickets still in hand.
I know there's a lot of talk, Will, about the leadership in the England cricket team, and I've seen headlines saying this day is this day could is make or break for Brendan McCullum and Ben Stokes. I don't know if I think that's right. What's the vibe you get?
Well, I think because England never lose at home, Max. I mean, they lost in 2021 to New Zealand. They lost a series in 2014. Apart from that, since 2012, they haven't lost a series at home. And this was the series at the start of the Bazball era that really supercharged them. So it would be a big step back if they win at the start of the year against New Zealand and then lose. And obviously, they haven't really learnt lessons in terms of team culture off the field and discipline. I mean, that second test they gift wrapped to New Zealand because Ben Stokes wasn't playing and Gus Atkinson wasn't playing, and that was their own fault. So it doesn't look like lessons have been learned. If they lose this series, then it is another blow, but I think they do get the whole summer. It wouldn't really make sense to back an entire team, an entire leadership sort of room, and then just dispel of them with half the summer still to go. So I think they'll still get the Pakistan series after this, even if they do lose this test and this series.
And I guess the frustration was, that just another one of those collapses. We all wake up on the yesterday morning going, okay, how big will our lead be? It's like it's like what England football team, we just never learn.
Yeah, it's the classic middle order collapse, isn't it? And we have such a talented middle order as well. Jacob Bethel's such a talent, and Joe Root, our greatest ever player. They both got out yesterday without scoring. That was a real gut punch. And then Harry Brook got to 58 and then got out. It was an absolute gem of a delivery that took his wicket, and the pitch is deteriorating. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I was talking to Jeff Stelling when we were sort of 220 for 2, and Jeff's watched a lot of cricket. He was just like, just wait for the middle order collapse. So and Ben Stokes isn't in form either. So yeah, I mean, England aren't aren't at their best right now, that's for sure. Joe Root, he's got out LBW 4 times out of 5 this series. Ben Stokes out of form with the bat. And the tactic that seems to be undoing these Bazballers is if you put the wicketkeeper up to the stumps, the likes of Root and Brook can't get out of the crease, and it really nullifies them. So they seem to be undone by quite a simple tactic employed by India last summer. It did for them in the Ashes, and it's doing for them here as well. They haven't really got a plan for that tactic.
Cheers, Will. Thanks very much. Will Hobbs there at Trent Bridge. Let's do a bit of Canada with former Canada midfielder Mark Bircham, friend of the show. Hey, Mark, how are you?
Hi, guys. How's it going?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, really good. So when you were watching international football, I don't know how much are you England and how much are you Canada? Obviously, you played
You
for Canada
cut him and he
times.
bleeds maple leaf.
Yeah, what happens?
Yeah. No, I'm an English Canadian. So if it come down to it, who'd want to win it more, it'd be England. Simple as
Fair
that.
enough. But you must be delighted with, Canada progressing. Okay, they didn't beat Switzerland, so it meant they didn't stay in Canada, which would be really big for them. But South Africa is, I think both of those.
Yeah, I weren't that delighted. Yeah, I weren't that delighted. I had tickets for Canada, in Canada. So then now going to LA made it a bit difficult.
Yeah.
So I'm in Dallas now. I'll be here watching the game.
Oh, fantastic.
What do you reckon to their chances?
Yeah, very good. I fancy us more against South Africa than Korea, so I'm happy with that. I think we got good attacking prowess. Defending it can be a bit shaky. I fancy us to win 1-0.
Yeah, the manager's done a really good job. And Jesse Marsh, he's got a bit of a point to prove. He was disappointed not to get the USA job, wasn't he? So he's really I think he's done a really good job.
Yeah, having a foreign manager singing the national anthem, there's something in that, Thomas. You might be able to look at that. So no, he's fully bought into the culture. There's a big rivalry, USA and Canada, so that could have been a problem. But he's, with his charisma and the way he's been playing, he's worked past that.
And you're missing Kono, though. I mean, that injury was a real shame for him, and such a key man in your midfield, I think.
Yeah, look, I don't think the tackle was as bad as they were making out. It was
I agree.
bit of a leg swipe. If he didn't break his leg, I don't think the player would have got sent off. So he's a big miss. But Stefan Eustáquio is a bigger miss. I think he had an injury. A Portuguese-Canadian midfielder. We need to get him back in the team, and I think that was the area we missed. The last game was the centre of the park, so hopefully Stefan will be back, and then we got Jonathan Nazario, who's experienced, been a Toronto lad. Hopefully, he can play some minutes as well.
Quick one on England, Bert. You're an England fan as well. I mean, we're top of the group. That's okay. It's not been perfect yet, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, it definitely hasn't been perfect. I just think we've got so many players in them wide areas. We've just not really shone in them. I think Rashford, he's a better sub for England. Whenever he does come on and sub, he has more of an impact. I think Saka was his first sort of game back since the end of the season. So, he didn't shine. And then Madueke, he's great high energy, but his end product was just not there for the last few games. So, yeah, I think they do well. I think we beat Congo. That's a hard game, Mexico. In Mexico, I've played in the Aztec, and if you're not acclimatized with the altitude, it is a real struggle. So, and I don't think Mexico's ever lost a World Cup game in the Aztec. So that's a massive game for us.
Yeah. Tell us about that. Tell us about playing at altitude. Can you just not breathe? How different is it?
No, honestly, it's hard. It's hard. You go for one run and it's like running for a mile. And even the passing, because the ball flies through the air, at Canada, we done the crossbar challenge, of course, but as soon as we go there, and you're only putting a quarter of the power into it, and it's reaching the goal. So you have to get there as late as possible, maybe the day before, or you have to be there for 2 days for altitude for acclimatization. So the fans are so patriotic down there in the Aztec. It's going to be very hard if we beat Dr. Congo. If we beat them, then we're through.
Can I have a quick word on the National League South? His brother's taken over at Hemel Hempstead, hasn't he, Mark?
He has.
Do you fancy their chances in the National League South?
Yeah, I do, and it's great he's gone back there, his hometown club, and look, when he was last there, it was during COVID, so that was very hard for him.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
anyone who was managing or coaching during COVID, it was pure luck. It's like a toss of a coin. If you've got enough players, or or you're playing in front of 3 people, and so look, I think you do really well. Fingers crossed.
Can you ask him? They always seem to do well against us. They're a bit one of those annoying teams. Can you ask him to sort of stop that run because we need to go up?
Charlie, I think everyone does that against you. It's just the numbers game. You're like the QPR the conference. There's no problem.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, good stuff, Birch. Lovely to chat.
Birch.
Thanks for coming on, pal.
Cheers, chaps. Have a good one. Thanks.
Good man. Mark Bircham there, former Canada midfielder. Commentary of that game, of course, Canada versus South Africa, live on talkSPORT, along with every single one of the 104 World Cup games is live across the network. And that includes England versus DR Congo on Wednesday. It's Max and Charlie here to one. Just guess the attendance. And then we're done, Charlie.
Lovely.
Justin Morehouse joins us in just a second. I've had a nice time, having a nice time, still having a nice time. Maybe we shouldn't do this. Bircham could fill in for Jason Statham in a low-budget gangster movie with that voice. He'd be good on that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he'd be great at
He's
that.
got the look too. We'll see if we can make... I'm in LA. I can make things happen. I can just make a movie.
You're literally in Hollywood.
I'm in Hollywood right now, and I'm just making a movie. So I'll just say I've got a guy. He's in Dallas. His Wi-Fi is not amazing, but can you get him in this gangster film? Guess the attendance in just a second.
When you look at Scotland over the 3 games, David, what is your overall assessment and takeaway? I mean, most of us looked at it and felt that Morocco and Brazil would be a reach to get anything from, and that the outcome of the Haitian game would be important and that goals needed to be scored. Criticism is being made of Steve Clarke. I'm not asking you to jump on the bandwagon, but the manner in which Scotland have played, the lack of bravery, the fact that they've been very negative in lots of people's minds, and Steve as a defensive coach. When you hear all those things, what's your assessment of these 3 games and the opportunities that Scotland have either taken or missed?
Yeah. Well, we spoke the other day. I think the biggest word what you're missing here, Simon, is quality. I don't think Scotland have the quality at the moment available to them to compete. I'm not saying that on the odd day that you wouldn't beat one of these teams and get good results, which we did against Denmark, for example, when we get through those games. But I just feel that generally Scotland have been short of that level. We talked about it a few days ago when we were talking about the Haiti game and only winning 1-0. We all felt it was a really good result. Not a really good result, but a good result because we had got 3 points. But you were right in what you were saying. We probably needed to score 3 or 4 goals. But I don't think MD, who's played Haiti yet, or certainly Morocco, have found it that easy. And I don't think they've been as easy a game as what maybe everybody hoped it might have been. So yeah, it might have cost us not scoring 2 or 3 goals in that one game. But I think us getting a victory in the opening game of the World Cup seemed like a good result for us and a good return.
But David, are you saying virtually that it doesn't really matter who's in the Scotland dugout? This is as good as it gets.
Mm-hmm. Look, Steve Clarke's done brilliant, Jim. You know as well as I do. We've not been able to get to competitions. Steve has. Steve's got us there over the last few years, a few competitions, I should say, with what I think is not a great deal of quality.
And good afternoon. It's the warm-up on talkSPORT. Max and Charlie with you until, what it takes? Top 10 minutes, Charlie. 10
Is
minutes.
it? That's just it, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, we could sit here and just count. and they'd still have to say that we did our job.
Do you know what? The thing is, you say that, but I did that on this show. I've always liked the idea of seeing how far could someone count if you did the whole show. They just started.
Yeah.
Somewhat, not you. Like we'd have to do some programming.
But you'd fade them back in and out.
Fade them up and down.
That's nice. Yeah.
And we had Serge from Kasabian on, and he thought the idea was funny, but he didn't do it. But because he carries a bit of weight.
Yeah.
I was like, could you sanction this? And he said yes. And then for a few weeks we brought in like a box of Cocoa Pops, and one of the teenagers would have to count it, and we just fade them up and down.
That's nice.
Really good. It's like beans in the jar. You can't turn off because you're like, I want to know how many Cocoa Pops there are. The first thing I ever did was a tin of beans. It was on the overnight show on BBC London. I don't know why.
How many beans in it?
Heinz beans, 487.
487? 187?
Yeah. In a tin of beans, normal tin of beans. Do you want to try it again?
No.
We do our World Cup final. England in the World Cup
You've
final.
done it.
England in the World Cup
I don't like
final.
any baked beans or penalties situation, as you know, when it comes to football.
I understand. Let's play Guess the Attendance today. Top comedian Charlie Baker takes on top comedian Justin Morehouse. Welcome, Justin.
Okay, Justin's here. Thank goodness for that.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm all right. You know what? Listen, I don't know. I have, and Charlie will tell you this, and we'll test to it, okay? But I'm a man of the gadget. I like the stuff.
Loves the gadget.
I've got a very modern phone. I've got the best phone you can get.
Yeah,
put it that way.
best one.
Yeah. And I'm in a 5G signal area.
Yeah.
But you know what? Zoom does not like me.
Oh,
I think Zoom heard me speak about it disparagingly during lockdown.
Yeah.
Right. I was anti-Zoom in lockdown.
Yeah.
And I think whoever owns Zoom, some guy in a volcano somewhere, controlling the world. Billy Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is,
down
Justin,
on me, so.
it could be we don't get the resources for our show that the other shows get, so they get the data.
Yeah,
so we
maybe
don't get the data on our show. So that's it.
We spent all our money on John Ketley.
Yeah. So all our data went on him.
I know we need to play our game and everything else, and it's a perennial. But once again, my heart breaks when I hear another game being played and not working. I just think it's
that works. That game works.
FAIL.
That game has worked the last few weeks.
Well,
you caught it on a bad week.
What you've done is you've back engineered a game to fit a man's name, and
true. You've worked it out. That's the majority of all TV shows and podcasts, though.
That's a coincidence, Justin. That's a pure coincidence. Hey, Jordan
maybe
won.
It's a bit like you could do a feature on, like every week I go to a different listener's house, and it would be just in your house.
Yeah, that'd be good. That sounds good.
Great idea.
Sounds good. Good idea for a tour.
Only you've got a good Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
After we've counted a tin of beans, we'll do that. Right, got to rattle through this. Jordan 1, Argentina 3, World Cup Group J. Istvan Kovacs of Romania refereed the game. Messi scored a free kick. Giola Celso, nice to see him again. But how many were there, Justin?
What stadium was it?
Dallas Stadium, USA.
90,000.
90,000.
89,999.
70,649. 1-0.
No idea.
Egypt 1, Iran 1. FIFA World Cup Group G, Seattle Stadium, USA. Simon Marcinek from Poland refereed the game. But how many were there, Charlie?
62,000.
62.
61,999.
66,925. 2-0 to Charlie Baker.
It was a really good opening.
Charlie's good at this.
29th of November, 2025.
Charlie's gone and got it.
The Cladara Abbey Stadium, Cambridge United 2, Crewe Alexandra 1. An injury time penalty from Ben Knight. Martin Woods of Lancashire refereed the game. But how many were there at the Abbey to watch Cambridge beat Crewe? Justin?
I remember this game because the headline was Knight saves the day.
Good.
When was this?
This was in November.
So it wasn't when the Glory Hunters were there. 4,500.
4,501.
5,947.
What an idiot.
3-0.
I don't know why.
Why'd you go under there?
7th of February, this year. Tough Sheet Community Stadium, Bolton 3, Barnsley 2. Scott Oldham of Polton-le-Field of Lancashire refereed the
That
game.
sounds like a documentary, doesn't it? Bolton versus Barnley in the Tough Sheet Stadium.
Yeah.
Sounds like a punishment.
Bolton Barnsley in the Tough Sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What month was it, Max?
February, 7th of February.
Why? Because it's difficult to get to Bolton in the winter.
No, it's just it affects, doesn't it? It affects how many people come.
The one road to Bolton.
I'm going to say 15,000.
I'm going to say 14,999.
21,415.
Oh,
4-0
my word.
Unbelievable.
So
4-0.
you need this for a bit of pride here.
4-0.
Sligo Rovers 2, Shelbourne 2, Irish Premier Division at the Showgrounds. Come on, who's done this? Ridiculous. The Showgrounds, Irish Premier League Division. Rob Hennessy of Limerick refereed the game, and he has a big entourage. But how many people were there, Justin, for Sligo Shelbourne?
850.
Oh, more than that. 851.
Oh, you couldn't even showboat.
2,350. Yeah, they would get about between.
You couldn't even showboat.
Justin
5-0.
Charlie 5.
5-0.
Wow,
Finally, good at something.
Yeah.
Finally, good at
We
something.
go again next week, Justin.
I might Steve Clark it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Resigning. He's resigning.
He's resigned.
Yeah.
Justin Moores has resigned. I've got to wake Barry
No,
up
I
at 5
don't
to
know
5.
which way to go. I don't know if to go Steve Clark or Bielsa. I don't know which way to go.
Cheers, Justin.
Love you, Justin. Bye.
Hey, guys. Love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Max. Love you too.
I love you too. This is talkSPORT.
You mentioned him there, right? And about Nico Riley. Now, obviously, the manager made a change because he saw something in Ghana and he thought Spence would have been a better option. But you would have watched Nico week in, week out. Does it faze him, whoever he's playing against, however quick they are, strong they are? Is he just the perfect left back in terms of playing against anyone?
I tell you what is the difference between Nico and Jed Spence. Nico get you a goal. He will get you a ghosting and get you a goal.
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough of Jed Spence. I'm not Tottenham fan. I haven't seen enough of him, so I don't know. But I would, being biased, he'd be the first name on the City team sheet, never alone the England team sheet. So, and when he came on, he had one of the two best chances. So, I wouldn't be quick to drop Nico. He's whatever he might lack as a fullback, he'll give you going forward the other way.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And he's fearless. He's fearless on the ball.